Are you a fantasy football expert? Well, then it's time to prove it. If you think you've got what it takes, then sign up to Spitch and take me on this weekend for a chance to win a signed shirt by Jack Wilshere. Unlike other fantasy leagues, on Spitch, you can play individual match days and create your different 11 every week. It's not just goals and assists that count towards your score either. Every action, including a pass or tackle, records points in real time. Click the link to join our head-to-head league and take me on for a chance to win. Bring it on. Hi and welcome on to AFTV for our Match Day Live, brought to you today by Spitch. It's the Fantasy Football League Spitch. You can sign up to it right now and win a signed Jack Wilshere t-shirt. There's a link in the description and you can join our AFTV Fantasy Football team. So do that right now or throughout the stream. That link is going to be there. Just click the link in the description and you can join our Spitch Fantasy Football team, of which we've all got Gabriel Jesus. So you better not let us down tonight, right? We have got here, I wouldn't even call it, we're not even doing a watch along, it's a watch party.
Celebration.
It's a celebration, right? First game of the season, and we're joined with a big crew of us today. Of course, you've got Turkish here, Guna Lee, Belgium's in the back, Tade, Laurie, right? We've got Sols, the pillow man is back, Cass, Kwame, and Tom. Bigging up Tom in the building as well, right? We are here. Big game tonight. Arsenal taking on Crystal Palace. Listen, first of all, let me give you the teams in case you missed it. We just did a starting 11, but let me give you the Arsenal team first. Ramsdale in goal. Ben White, who's going to play as a right back. Saliba and Gabriel, your two centre backs, and making his debut for Arsenal, Zinchenko. Partey, Xhaka, and Odegaard in the midfield. Saka, Martinelli, and Gabriel Jesus making his debut up front. That is the starting 11 for Arsenal tonight. Of course, don't forget you can make 5 substitutions now in these Premier League games. You get 3 chances to do it throughout the game, or you can make them all after half-time as well. And this is the lineup on the bench. Turner, Tierney back in the squad, so good to see Kieran Tierney back in the squad. Cedric, Rob Holding, El Neni, Lokonga, Nelson, Pepe, and Eddie Nketiah. Turkish, what do you make of that?
Strong as can be. Strong as can be. Nice to see Tierney back on the bench, but probably too soon for him. Or maybe this is him in Arteta's side now. Maybe he is the backup to Zinchenko. I know, James has an awful lot to say about Zinchenko being our midfield reinforcement. Maybe we'll see that in a couple of weeks when Tierney's returned to full fitness. But aside from Tierney being on the bench, Vieira and Tomiyasu not being there, this is the strongest lineup you can get. Yeah. So I'm happy.
Yep. I'm Guna Lee. You as well?
Yeah. Look, like as Turkish said, man, it's the strongest lineup we can go with. I think where the optimism comes is we've got that attacker, we've got someone who's mobile up front, we've seen what they've been doing in the last couple of games, and I think everyone in here, I don't want to speak for everyone actually, but I feel like there's a lot of positivity in here, and you look, as Turkish said before, I just want to get the game started, man. I want to get the game started and see what you can do.
You happy, Souls?
Yeah, this is our strongest 11. I think it's good to see some of the signings that we've signed this summer are already starting, already integrated in the team. So it's a strong side. We should have to see how it all plays out now.
Okay, let me give you the Palace lineup before I come to the rest of the guys. The Palace lineup is Gaeta in goal, Klein, Gahey, Anderson, Mitchell, Schlupp, Decore, Eze, Zaha, Edward, and Ayew. And on the bench, they've got their new signing in Johnson, Ward, Richards, Riedeveld, Milivojevic, Hughes, Eberwell, Mateta, and Planche. That is the Crystal Palace team. So listen, a very, very strong Palace team also. But Belgium, confident?
Positive, as usual. You know what? I was telling people, I think last time I told you, that even, I can see this team challenging for the league. But obviously people will say, yes, we're going for it. There's no point. If we can't challenge for the league, then there's no point. Because the minimum will be top 4. well, we're challenging for the league, and we've got new recruitment.
Well, I think we get a good idea tonight.
Pre-season is fantastic, and I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to this one.
Okay.
I can't wait for the
Major Brick says, come on, you Gunners there with a super chat. Alex Smith says, welcome back, all of you. I say 2-0 tonight. Tade, you feeling a bit of 2-0? You feeling positive?
Exactly what I said. I was telling Media earlier on.
Yeah? You're confident as well then?
Yeah, I'm confident. However, it's a tricky affair because
Yeah. We've only won one game in the last 8 apparently, when we played Crystal Palace.
I know. But we've got a new look Arsenal. We've got solidity at the back. You know, I kind of like what I'm seeing from Saliba. Yes, people can say it's pre-season, I don't care, because they prepared themselves to be in that shape in the first place, right? So we've got Saliba, we've got Gabriel, and we've got White in right back. People can say, oh yeah, he doesn't play that often, but we do know he's never going to come forward. So he's always going to stay back and allow Saka to do his thing. So I'm very confident. We've got a hungry lion in front as well, Jesus. So I rest my case.
Laurie, you were saying you'd take a 1-1. Right to the disdain of Turkish in the earlier starting 11.
Don't take my words out of context. I predicted 3-1. However, I did listen. Palace. I was saying to Gunnar Lee that outside of the top 6, I don't think there's a harder away game than Palace. And this is going to be a difficult game. So what I'm saying, if we don't get the win or we get a draw, to me, it's not like suicidal moment. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, let's go to Kwame. What are you saying?
I'm good, man. You?
Confident?
Yeah, I am. I've been speaking to a lot of people, rival fans, also Arsenal fans. I feel like I'm following what Belgium is saying, or Uncle, I should say.
What, challenging for the league?
No, not challenging for the league, bro. I think top 3. I really feel that we've got something special. You know, there's a feeling around the club, there's a feeling around the fan base where, you know, they've done what we've asked them to do, or what, personally for me, what I asked them to do is to invest in the team or reinvest in it, bring in certain players that's going to improve our quality. So I remember the last time I was here, and it was the Palace game, and I was questioning a few people that were starting, but now I look at that squad and I feel very confident. You know what I mean? Especially for pre-season as well. So I'm going for, I said 3-1.
Okay.
3-1 Arsenal.
All right. Toby Whitby says Saliba, White versus Zaha. Key, he says. Tom, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident. I think we're going to go 2-1, I reckon.
2-1.
Celeste, man. I'm always a bit worried about Celeste.
Yeah, it's a tough place to go to, definitely.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how White deals with Zaha, because we all know how Zaha is. So, going to be an interesting battle, and then Saliba's debut. It's a big challenge for him. So, but yeah, feeling confident, man. 2-1.
It's one of the biggest tests are hard.
I couldn't get a harder test than it.
That's the worry. That's the
I
main worry.
agree. I think the ones to watch are fullbacks. I think with Ben White and with Zinchenko at the moment, I think last year we played a game where they were aggressive, they came onto us. I think we got footballers at the back now. So I think with Ben White's passing ability from right back, Zinchenko's from left back, again, like Saliba can pass the ball, we've got passing and pinpoint accuracy all over the pitch, so we can kind of get out of the kind of press resistant kind of game. We can play that game. So yeah, I reckon we'll be all right this one.
Stephen says, big up Turkish, the foot golf champ. We don't need no foot golf tonight. We need like some proper football.
You know what though? Like I think everyone's kind of talking about the fullbacks, but I do think Partey, he's got a big game on his hands today. You know, he's got a big season as well. Obviously, we've spoken about the injuries and all the other players, but I feel like even the fact that we've got that fullback with Ben White, who we know that that's not his solid first choice position. I think him being able to kind of help and protect. And last season in this game, he got injured, and that led to that sort of meltdown of the 3-0 loss. So hopefully he can come across and kind of really help out with Ben White, because you know what, I know everyone's going to talk about it, but I'm actually more worried for the players like AU. The ones that we don't think about that are going to score. Ayu, apologies. Sorry. I got to get it right. Listen, I got to get it right. So Ayu, I got to make sure that I feel like the players got to make sure that the ones that aren't going to be the main goal threat, they're on them. You know what I mean?
Of course. And I think Palace are playing quite an attacking side. I think they are going to take the game to us. It's not going to be a game that we're going to be chasing ourselves. We are going to have to be very alert at the back, and it's a big test now for players like Saliba and players like sort of Gabriel, because pre-season they were solid, absolutely solid, building a foundation at the back there. I think this, for the first time in about 3 years, I'm happy with our back four, including keeper, going into a season. I think we've got the perfect back four now to really try and do things. And I think today's going to be the real test. Everything we've done in pre-season boils down to this.
Yep.
We have to set a statement.
Cobby Sparks says, I'm excited. He says in Robbie's American accent. That was pretty poor. Right, but we're excited for that. Cecil's at the game tonight, and Cecil's going to be interviewing fans after the game. I already was chatting to him earlier on. He said it's absolutely buzzing down there. All the Arsenal fans are buzzing. Obviously, the Palace fans they're right up for it as well. And why wouldn't they be? And they've got a great record against us. A lot of people buzzing to see Gabriel Jesus. Now, Mikel Arteta spoke about Jesus in his press conference and spoke about the different type of role that Jesus is going to play this year.
That needs some adaptation and some time. He's done it fantastically well, and we're all surprised how quickly he's done it. But we have to share that responsibility, and he's an enormous talent, a player with a mentality that is so contagious, and is going to give us a lot. But it's a team contribution at the end of the day. It's great that people are excited, but I think there is a big excitement across the Premier League because a lot of clubs have done a lot of businesses. They are getting stronger and stronger, and the competition is really big. We focus on what we can do, what we want to do, and we want to be at the top of that table.
So as you know, Mikel Arteta was saying, a different type of role for Gabriel Jesus. How excited are you guys to all see this guy in the Premier League at Arsenal? Our number 9. Last year, you know what? Last year, our first game of the season, it was Balogun playing up front.
Yeah.
Remember that? Right?
Yeah.
Now we've got a guy that's had a full pre-season, and he's scored loads of goals in pre-season terms, including a hat-trick last week.
It feels like we've found the best striker we've had since Van Persie, and that's saying something.
7 goals. Listen, look, 7 goals in 6 games in pre-season. I know it's only pre-season, but he's scored in everything that he's played against so far. And he's done his job, and I think for the first time ever, as Turkish said, we've come into a season now where we've actually got a goal-scoring striker. We've struggled with that over the years. We've struggled with strikers that have got 4 or 5 goals a season. It's not good enough. We needed someone to really come into our team and really be that front line, front man, score the goals. And for Jesus now, it's all about consistency. I'm genuinely excited. I think he's literally one of the signings of the summer.
How many goals do you reckon Rickney could get this season?
I said 20.
20?
I reckon 18. I reckon, 18.
18.
Yeah.
Tom?
15 minimum.
15 minimum?
Is that all comps or league?
League. Premier League.
From what I've seen, I would gamble on him getting 20.
Taddy?
For me, at least 16. I think the guys like Martinelli and Saka are going to help out with the goals and Arsenal things. It's not just going to be down to him.
I think 20. And I just want things to add to.
It's got to be 20, isn't it? You said you reckon we're going to win the league?
Yeah, he's got to score 20.
Just to add to what
It is 30.
And just to add to what Solo was saying earlier on, you know, today we have Jesus in the team, and to the last 3 visits at Selhurst Park during the Premier League, he scored twice. So he might score today too as well.
Yeah, that's a good point because sometimes you got players say that that they sometimes they just have a ground that like
They have a feeling.
yeah. Every time I go there, I know.
Yeah.
A bit like Zaha every time. Although we think the funny thing is, I think the last time we played him, we've kept him quiet, Zaha, but it's been other men that's been stepped up and done the business. They're showing Zaha on the screen right now. Actually, just coming off and doing his warm up.
I think with Jesus as well, a big thing is that I think he plays quite a different role. His main job is to score goals, but he has got a creative side to him as well. And if we can implement some of Saka and Martinelli to both start scoring goals, if we have multiple streams of goals coming from our attack, I think Jesus can easily get 15 and get a couple of assists.
I was just going to add to that and just say that we've finally got someone that can start and move and finish the move.
Exactly.
I think before we had a Lacazette that can start and move and a Aubameyang that can finish and move. I think you asked everybody about how many goals he'll get. I think it's more telling when you ask how many goal contributions he'll get as well, because I feel like he'll assist a fair few as well.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, I like this comment that's come in from Lewis, and I think this. I think Turkish will relate to this one. He says it all comes down to this. Let's see what kind of statement Arsenal makes with the rest of the league watching.
Yeah.
All eyes on this game tonight.
This game.
You said earlier you were sort of pushing back against Laurie when Laurie was saying a draw at Palace would be a decent result. You're like, no, I want to win.
Yeah, because a draw, even a draw, other teams can look at it. It's more of the same. You know, this is like we said, we're better prepared. We're longer into our process. We spend more money, and before spending more money, we are Arsenal. You know, all of these factors, we need to be confident, and it seems like as a fan base, we are going into the game. It's time for the club to kind of give us something back now, and I don't mean give us something back in patches. I mean give us something back in a season, and in order to do that, you need to start it well.
Yeah. Stephen Borman, he says, "What's your guys' top 4 predictions?" Yeah, he says he's glad that the Premier League's back. I can see he's a Liverpool fan.
It's too early to start kind of predicting.
The top 4 predictions. You do too early. You do it at the start of the season. All right, let's go to the league. Give me your 4.
You know what? I've been going back and forth with the top 2, and we know it's going to be Man City or Liverpool. Do you know what? I've been going for Man City, going back, but there's something about Liverpool. I just feel like if Diaz does what he needs to do and scores more goals, I think Liverpool will do it. I think Man City, and I'm going to go along with Kwame as well. You know, I'm going to say Arsenal 3rd, man.
Arsenal 3rd. Who's 4th?
I'm going to say Chelsea. I feel with Chelsea, I feel like what they're going to. Well, I'm preempting what they're going to do with maybe the Frankie De Jong, and if they do get another attacker, I feel like with those players, I do think that Tuchel's going to do something.
Turkish, top 4.
My mind changed recently. Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham, and the changes. The Cucurella signing for Chelsea is a good signing. Forget the fee for a second, it's a good signing. So I'm going to put Chelsea 4th. The other day I put Arsenal now.
We're dropping out of the top 4 in your prediction.
Yeah, there's still 3 weeks left of the window. We need a midfielder, and a 3-0 against Palace tonight will help me change that opinion. But
He's putting it into the universe.
Yeah, no, literally, I'm very similar to Turkish. I think my top 4 hasn't changed, even with the Cucurella signing. But I think it's going to be Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham. Yeah.
I reckon Liverpool, City, Tottenham, Arsenal.
Kwame?
I said Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Chelsea.
Tom?
City, Liverpool, as much as I hate to say it, I think Spurs are going to get 3rd, and I reckon we'll get 4th.
Laurie?
Similar, I'm going City. Now they've got Haaland. I'm definitely going for City. Liverpool 2nd. Arsenal 3rd, Spurs 4th.
Tade?
I'm going to go for Liverpool first, not Man City. I don't see Man City winning the league this season. I think they've made a mistake selling the likes of Jesus and Zinchenko, in my opinion. And defensively, they're probably going to be starting poorly. So 2nd or 3rd for them. But I'll just say 2nd because of what they've done in the past. Yeah. Arsenal 3rd and Chelsea 4th.
Okay, and finally Belgium. I said, all right, let's have it here.
Let me go. You guys, I just don't understand you guys. I mean, there's no point if Arsenal, you can't think that Arsenal can win the league. There's no point that we should be in the league. We must just stay back and just watch them.
It's better for me.
All right, come on, we'll give you your top 4 then. Let's hear it then. Let's hear it.
Thinking about Erling Haaland. How many do you think that you'll be playing this season? This guy is prone for an injury.
All right, give me your 4. Right, let's hear your 4 then.
My top 4 Arsenal first.
Arsenal first.
Liverpool, Chelsea, and what's the Man City?
Man City in 4th.
Robin, no, you need to spend less time pronouncing names and more time watching football.
But you know what though, like
I'm telling you, listen.
Okay, let me do
say yourself.
All right, I'm going to do a couple of super chats and I'll give you my top 4. Bryce Tate says, buzzing since I met you lot in Florida. Big up to you, Bryce. Looking forward to the game. Oh, lost that one. Zeref says, what do you guys think Arsenal interest in Tielemans? Plus, we all know that Man City don't do 3 in a row. He's obviously United fan because he put laugh out loud after that. And Brooklyn Guna says, first time in years I'm excited. Boys look sharp in the pre-season. I left work early, claimed not to feel well, laughed out loud, to watch the game. Big up Brooklyn Guna. Hopefully it don't get back to your boss. There's already somebody who, in the starting 11 who said they got sacked, but they don't care because they're watching the game. My top 4, I'm not as optimistic as Belgium. Arsenal in first. I'm slightly edging towards Man City because Mane's gone. I'm just like, ooh, that's a big miss. So I'm slightly edging towards City, Liverpool. I'm going Arsenal 3rd. I want to see Arsenal make a statement this season not only just getting in the top 4, but like, let's finish third at least. So that in future now we can mount our attack on trying to. That's what I want to see from this team. I agree with you. We still got to do more, and I think Tottenham will come fourth.
Do you know what
I think Chelsea at the moment, even though they're making these mega signings, it just doesn't seem right for me down there. It doesn't seem cohesive. They seem to be going out there and splashing the cash because they got the new owners, because of all the mess that happened last season, and I'm not convinced. But listen, it's very early in the season. If you went back and you looked at a load of the predictions last season, a lot of people were tipping Man United to win the league.
Exactly, yeah.
Right?
And also,
and look what happened to them. It's not all, that's what I mean. That's what I say. It's not all on these mega signings. That's when I'm looking at Chelsea, because United went and made a mega signing. It didn't fit what they would, you know what I mean? Whereas one thing I like about our signings, they fit. You can see what Jesus, Zinchenko, those are sensible, proper quality signings that fit what we're trying to do.
Yeah, it's going to come down to this in the end, and it's going to come down to how are we going to start, because the league can change. We lost our first 3 last season, and we were literally a point away from getting top 4. So it's about how we start, and if we want to set a statement and really set the league alight, say, look, we are Arsenal, we are going to go for this top 4 spot. We have to be winning games like this, because it's a tough game.
Do you know what as well? Like, it's Turkish said something really important. He said, kind of giving back to the fans. But you know what? There's a lot of pressure on Arteta, because he needs to give back to the board. He's going to have possibly close to £500 million spent in the last 3 seasons. So when are there going to be targets from the owner to say, look, this is what I've done, these are the clear objectives, and you need to start meeting them? Because really and truly, I'm saying, look, this season he now needs to start putting full effect all the things that there's no excuses, COVID, and he said this is the first season I've had a full and a proper pre-season.
You know,
and it's his team.
And I think he will have a target this season. He will have a target.
So like for me, if anyone that obviously some of the people in here said that we may not finish, not even just saying Turkish, other people said we're not going to get top 4. Then unfortunately, where's the progression? He needs to go, because we've gone from 8.
Target has to be top 4.
The target, I think the target set by Edu will be to get top 4. But I'm just looking at it from a
target
perspective.
has to be top 4.
It has to be top 4, but I just don't think if we get a reinforcement in midfield, as Turkish said, that can change the whole
target should be third, full stop.
Target
should be third.
NAU says solid 2-0 win for Arsenal. Who would win a boxing match between Robbie and Laurie? Laurie's pretty handy. He does boxing literally every day of his life, right?
I think Benjamin says beat up Laurie after you said 1-1 draw. You know, 1-1. What's going on here?
Benjamin says good luck, Gunners.
Change it now.
No, but it's right though.
Benjamin again here. He says good luck, Gunners. The world is watching. They're all queuing up. That's why they did this game tonight, right? They remember Brentford last year, and they're trying to line us up. We've got to spoil that.
But hold on, why is always Arsenal playing the first game of the season?
Well, they know what. They love Peter says. Peter Bissett says Jesus walks. God show me the way, because Arsenal trying to break you down. Jesus walks with me. Kanye West.
Come on.
Right? Jesus walks. Right? They're showing at the moment the mascots walking around the pitch. There's a fantastic atmosphere. Obviously, they were just showing a load of Arsenal fans, recognised a couple of fans in the crowd there as well. Lee Judges was in the crowd. We could see his bald head in the crowd.
Glimmering in the light.
Do you think Arteta on the training ground this week was trying to replicate this stadium?
Well, that's what we were saying. Glad all over. Coming out of the speakers, you know what I mean?
Get the flags out and all that.
Yeah, there's a little display going on in the, what they call it, TIFO. Basically, just putting up some bits of paper of different colours. Going up in the Palace end, in the Holmesdale end. And this is it, guys. We're 5 minutes away from the first game of the 2022-23 season. Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. The players are in the tunnel getting ready to come out. There are the Arsenal players there. You can see Ben White. We can see their
Gabriel.
Saliba looks focused. Saliba looks focused.
Didn't feature in the last game when we played first game of the season.
Do you know what, Robbie? I just want to say something for Saliba and Gabriel. Both of them speak French. And literally communication.
What's that got to do with anything?
No. What I'm talking about communication. That's why
okay.
They're able to communicate.
Yeah, but Ramsdale speaks English.
Who
knows, man? You might speak a bit of French.
I get what Uncle says.
Yeah, I hear you on that. Yeah, that's true. That might help. And they both played in the French league as well, didn't they? I mean,
you guys reckon it'll be a cage?
Gabriel came from Lille.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Here they come onto the pitch.
You got to remember.
Arsenal led out onto the pitch, of course, by the new captain, Martin Odegaard. You guys happy with Odegaard as captain?
Yeah, it's
100%. Yeah, I think he's the most consistent, and he's the least injury prone. I think the only other one that I could have thought of was probably Tierney, and he's got a few injury problems that he's been had since he's come to Arsenal. So I think he's the right captain. Yeah. But I think for me in particular now, I just want to see Arsenal start strong. I don't want to see any nervousness or any sitting back or any trying to test Palace. Let's take the game to him.
It's bound to be a bit.
You're gonna get.
I mean, by the way, Palace have unveiled a big Crystal Palace at their end as well. That looks pretty impressive.
Really
That's a nice little touch.
Yeah, looks like a final.
Listen, we've got to, even though, right, we're all saying that, right? We've got to expect a level of nervousness from both teams.
Yeah.
First game of the season,
of
as a lot of people are saying in the comments, everybody's watching this.
Yeah, that's cool.
The whole world's watching this.
It's
the only
first
Premier
game.
game today. So.
But you know what though, Robbie? That's what they say. Look, preparation. If you prepare so well, the nerves it kind of takes a back seat, you know, and then you just do your game, play your game. So I feel like we've had a strong pre-season.
Oh, same as Palace. I mean, even the last home game, they won 4-2 against Montpellier. So I mean, they're looking good. But it's just like that kind of, again, to playing over there is like a kind of, should I say, buggy team.
Okay, let me just quickly remind everybody of the teams once again. The Crystal Palace team is Gaeta, Klein, Gahey, Anderson, Mitchell, Schlupp, Decore, Eze, Zaha, Edouard and Ayew. And the Arsenal team is Ramsdale in goal, Ben White as a right back, Saliba and Gabriel, your two centre backs, with Zinchenko making his debut on the left hand side. And there's Partey, Xhaka and Odegaard as our midfield. And the front three of Saka, Martinelli, and down the middle, Gabriel Jesus. And our subs are Turner, Tierney, Cedric, Rob Holding, Mohamed El Neni, Sambi Lokonga, Nelson, Pepe, and Eddie Nketiah. That is the Arsenal 11 to start. Big game for William Saliba.
Yeah, I think Saliba had an absolutely amazing start. I don't think he could have had a better integration. I think he's come in at pre-season, took his spot, really stood up to the occasion. I think, look, he's retained this spot for the first game of the season. Arteta obviously trusts him there. He's moved Ben White to the right-hand side for him. So I think this is what all Arsenal fans have been waiting for when it comes to Saliba. The time for him to really come in and what we paid that £30 million for. Now is his time to actually show it and actually show that he can grow the team.
Okay, lots of you guys giving your predictions. In the chat, Chemist saying he thinks it's going to be 3-0 to Arsenal. 4-0 to Palace, says this guy, Harry.
I hope not.
You know what, though? We do need redemption from last season, though, man. Like, this is going to show. This is going to show whether or not these players have the bottle. They've got that fight in them because you know we got humiliated last season. Look, even on the thing it said that this is the last time
there for the
that they played. That Thomas Partey played. This is the first time since he played. So even him, he needs to come back and think. Do you know what? I need to put some markers down.
They stopped him in the first 20 minutes, and that's what stopped us that game.
Benny says, so hyped right now, hearts beating. Come on, your gunners.
Nervous.
Showing Mikel Arteta there. We are about to kick off the first game of the season. Patrick Vieira, of course, the manager of Crystal Palace, sat in the dugout. Here we go, guys. This is
Vieira
it.
Don't look
no
nervous,
more pre-season talk. This is it.
He's got a plan. He's got a plan.
Arsenal wearing a.
That's because Vieira's been at the top of the game. This ain't nerves to him.
I know.
I got a pillow ready, man.
And players taking a knee.
It's selected games.
So they've taken a knee for the first game of the season, and here we go. We just saw Gabriel Jesus as well. This is it, guys.
Let's go!
Come on.
And they've kicked off.
That's it.
It's going to be interesting to see the early press from Arsenal.
First minute of Premier League football this
As soon as we
season.
get in their faces, that's all
I don't understand why we can't play in our home colours, you know. I just don't get it.
It's going to be a long season, boys, but this is it, man.
The kit looks nothing like our kit.
Yeah,
it's true. It's true. Yeah.
I think it's just I don't know. Don't they say when it's a night game, even though it's broad daylight, they don't like to clash dark colours.
Come on, man. Come on. See, look, you can already see Palace look high up.
That's how they stopped us last year.
Yeah. See,
you know what?
We're going to try and do the same as well.
One thing is, if they play a really high line, we've got the pace this time to get behind.
Joining behind,
They can't have the same tactics they did last game, though. And they've obviously got. You know what?
That's it. Stop talking about Partey.
It's interesting
the
because they're
high
trying to
pressing
play a
us.
couple more like
high pressing them back
footballers.
as well.
Good.
So it's going to be our
Tit for
footballers
tat.
against their footballers. You know, like let's see
Force
if
it,
we
force
can.
That's it.
Head down.
That's it, Zinny.
Yeah, they're done.
If we can get in their faces earlier on.
And listen, Palace
we're gonna have
have a
something.
strong team, you know. Palace have a strong team.
Yeah, very strong.
And they've got quite a physical team as well.
Get to him. Well done, son.
That's it, Saka.
They've got quite a physical team.
Quick throw in.
So don't let them
They're
use their
trying to-
physical
They're
advantage.
trying to
Good.
Yeah, move it now, move it!
Go on.
Nice.
That's it, captain.
That's
You see
it.
that? You can be creative and still
No,
tackle.
calm. Set the tempo.
That's it,
Get a
Saliba.
touch of the ball.
Telling me
That was
about
like Gabriel.
Feel comfortable.
Yeah, like, I just feel like we just need to just get comfortable. You know, like this is the first
Just
game,
get
you're
a
away
feel.
from home.
Yeah. Just test the waters a bit.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
Test the waters a bit. See what Palace are doing in terms of their game plan.
That's
That's it,
That's it
Martinelli.
now.
Just little passes.
Nice one, Martinelli.
That's it. Come on.
that's a big
1-on-1.
Very nice.
Yeah, but they're gonna double it.
Doubled him, man.
Yeah.
Look for Jesus.
They know
Look for
that.
Jesus.
That's it. Zinny, what you got?
Look at that. Look, he's
Do
going
it like
straight
you do
into
at
that
Man City,
DM
man.
role. Look, it's perfect. He's not even playing
Take
left
the ball
back.
to him,
Straight
take
into
the
that
ball to
DM
him.
role.
Xhaka.
He's perfect.
Good
Xhaka.
That's
possession.
it.
More hit from Zinny, but it's fine.
Win that, win
Yeah,
that.
win
You
it.
have time.
That's it. Saka.
Two men.
Two men on him. See,
Take it back,
they're
take it
going to
back.
do this all
That's
season
it.
on him. They're going to do this all season. Oh,
Hey!
come on, wait. So watch it
That's a
now.
yellow.
That's the first challenge. Watch it. Make sure you watch it. That's it.
Take a
First
shot.
time, man.
Oh, he should have shot there. He should have shot.
Oh, the God, don't start doing that already. You know when you want him to shoot and then
Yeah, the thing is, he always does that. It's like similar to
Plus, let's get an early shot off, innit?
yeah, similar to what
Tap that
Ozil's
in.
doing it. Similar
Well,
to
you know,
Ozil, yeah.
sometimes it's over the bar.
I think it's just a disguise, you know, to get the players to commit.
I
Watch
think players
these-
have clocked him now. That's the problem. I have a few shots now, so they
Well, you know,
start-
Robert does it all the
Straight on
time.
him.
Yeah, well,
And look, you can already see starting off the game as well how they're targeting Saka in terms of as soon as he gets the ball, they're doubling up
on
on
him.
him. They
You
know
know
what? They
though,
know he's the danger point. They
He's still
know
able
it.
to deal with it. Yeah.
Another player I'm quite interested as well is the Nketiah, like coming off the bench. His link up with Jesus has been quite good.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's
I'm
been good,
interested
yeah.
to see.
Partey.
But
That's
that
it,
would be
boy.
like,
Oh,
unlucky,
boys.
man. You know, he's
Nice one, that Jesus.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Let's read it to Saka.
What's that? What is that?
His left leg, his left leg.
How are you missing that?
Well, not.
What's that?
Did you see his feet?
It's battle feet, man.
What is
Look at his feet,
that?
bro. Look at his nutmeg.
man.
No, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. There has to be a goal.
Oh! How ball?
I'm not having that. There has to be a goal. I'm not having that, boys. Boys, I'm not having that. That has to be a
Body
goal.
shape wasn't right. His body shape
That was
wasn't
how
right.
ball.
Look at that.
But that's poor.
Is he trying to pass it? He's trying to pass it.
No, I don't think it was a shot.
That is
He's
so
trying to
poor.
pass it. You've got to shoot this.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not having that. That has to be a goal. That has to be a goal.
That's what we were saying the other day, innit? We want to see more goals from Martinelli.
Yeah, you
That's
come,
a
you
goal.
come. It's a young
I think he just wasn't
Got to finish
balanced.
that.
No, I'm not having that, boys. I'm not having that. It has to be a
young
goal.
boy
It has to be
too.
1-0.
I know, when you're talented,
It's easy to say from this side. When you're there,
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
That would be a goal of the season.
He wasn't really balanced.
That would have been lock off the goal of the season if it was
No, but boy.
It happens, you know?
But look, you know what? It's nice. We're settled. We're good.
It happens.
That's the problem with inverted.
We're good.
It's a good start anyway.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
oh, he should
But boys,
be very
remember
happy.
the game.
Martinelli in the middle. I don't understand the formation though, man.
That's what's playing.
I get that, but the point is, why you have to
There's good fluidity.
Just enjoy the game.
Yeah, boys, come on.
Just enjoy the game, Saka. Oh!
No one in there. There's no one in there.
Don't lose it.
This is ridiculous. This is Brazil.
confused, man. They're getting confused.
Guys, we're trying to walk under, you know.
We're trying to.
That's what I'm talking about, Saliba. That's what I'm talking about. Bring it back. Let's start again.
We're trying to walk in, boys. We're trying to walk in.
Somebody move me from this guy.
I was very quiet before.
We need to rattle them.
We're trying to walk in, boys. We need to start taking more shots.
But you know what? That's why someone like, you know what? Someone like Tielemans, someone like Savic, that
Yeah.
they will take shots.
Wow.
That kind of midfielder.
Nice one, Saka. Or Shaka, right?
Nice, Shaka.
The thing is, and this is the thing, especially against Palace, these sort of games,
Yeah.
the game's going to work in patches, and when we have that opportunity, we've got to take it and score. That's why I think that opening opportunity had to go in.
No, but it's okay.
It's done now. We move on.
Yeah, that's
5
what
minutes.
I think last season we weren't creating as many chances.
Yeah, that's why.
I'll tell you what,
I think I'm stuck on last season.
Poor miss though. That was a very bad miss.
I think he was trying to pass it instead of shooting.
That was a
just
bad.
No,
But you know what? Something about Martinelli as well. You know, the Sevilla game. He didn't shoot and he passed it to Nketiah. Sometimes I want to see you just, take it on. Yeah, but you know what? Be ruthless. You know what I mean? If you're that meant to be that guy.
There's a break here for Palace.
There's the Palace counter.
There, look at Salim's pace.
Come on, Red. That's a warning.
Watch these tackles, you know. You better watch these tackles.
It's calm, you know.
How do you pronounce it?
Ghanaian man.
Is it Ghanaian?
That's what he said to you. He's a Ghanaian man.
No, he's gone.
Why does this guy get triggered?
He's a Ghanaian.
Why are you getting triggered?
And you know what?
You got hands on there, innit?
I think
Partey, Ayew, Schlupp.
I was going to say, boys, I think Cass made a good point now, especially with our two centre halves. They're both quick, so it's going to be hard for teams to sort of
No mistakes. Come on, no mistakes.
And
Kick it out, Ramsdale. Kick it out, man.
And so that means
Great pass. But look, it's all measured. I think everyone knows what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Look how high Jack is playing.
Oh, that's a great
That
pass.
pass was in tackle.
But it is very measured. Everyone knows what they're doing. It's ridiculous.
They had a good first game of the season.
That's not Zinchenko. Go on. Someone shoot. Partey.
Unlucky, bro.
Also, another thing, that handball he looked at.
Nah, it's gone. It's long gone.
That went ages.
They're looking really
Look how high our line is as well. It's good.
But this is what I'm saying now. The thing is, Gunali, we can play that high line now because we've got pace centre backs. So if they try and hit us on a counter now, we've got centre backs that can overrun that and actually. I mean, and this is the thing about having good fast centre backs that we can play.
Do you know what's nice as well? No one's
Look how deep Jesus is coming. Look at that.
No, what are you giving us?
Let's not play those silly passes, boys. Come on.
Unlucky.
Look how deep Jesus is.
Yeah, that's nice. Adding into this though,
on the ball.
Tomiyasu, Fabio Vieira, and Jamie's nice.
Ref, it's nice. He's all over him.
Advantage, man.
Yeah.
Go on, go on.
Diagonal pass. Unlucky, man. Unlucky, man.
Simple stuff, man.
It's a bit shaky, man. That's 2 passes.
It's simple stuff, man. I'm trying and...
Listen, look, I think we are playing a bit rash at the moment. We need to slow it down a bit.
We needed that goal.
Oh, we needed that goal.
We needed that goal. I said we needed that goal. I said it straight away.
It will come. The goal will come.
I'm telling you, you don't get many opportunities.
The goal will come. Don't worry.
That's a very good point. When you're on top, you have to convert them to goals.
The thing is, Laurie, the game works.
We're just 10 minutes in, so you know, it's gonna come.
This is good. This is good.
That's it.
Ah, come on.
You know, I like the fluidity. Like literally,
yeah.
you see Jesus on the left, now you see Martinelli on the
Is
middle.
that Martinelli down the middle?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, but
they're everywhere.
Well up, Xhaka. Well on.
Winning balls.
Nice.
Look at that pass.
Come on, man.
Settle down, Partey. Settle down.
Right, 1-on-1. This is where you need to be big. Come on,
Get
get on.
Stay with him, White. Stay with him.
Right. People said you're not fast enough. You are.
Right, play properly now. Come on. That good.
What's that? That Jesus? Oh, no, Saliba.
Come on, quickly, let's go.
Yeah, that's what we want to see.
You see how easy it
quick
is when you've got
transition,
ball playing defenders. They can just pass out the back.
The ability.
He's just playing midfield, man.
What do you guys think about his positioning? Do you think, because obviously he does drift a lot to the left.
I think
it's everywhere.
I think he's been given license to roll.
Nice,
He can do what he wants. If he puts the ball in the back of the net, he can do what
He's
he
got a
wants.
bit of freedom.
And you know what?
And I think Turkish, I said it against Sevilla as well, in the Sevilla live stream, he drifted a lot onto the left-hand side. You understand? So
That makes him more difficult to pick up, you see.
yeah, exactly.
But that's the thing, not just him. I think it's a team structure. Like once he moves into a different space, someone else fills that space. So it's not just him.
That's it.
Yeah, but it's also the way Arteta also playing that
Nice.
pacey movement.
No, but that's not. You know what? I like the fact that he's just driving in.
And that movement, you have to be moving, just not,
Nothing.
At the moment, the same sharpness that we saw in pre-season, I'm seeing now. We
Yeah,
just need a goal.
He's got it.
Just need a goal.
Minus the goal. Minus the
Listen,
goal.
look, 10 minutes in, I think we've started strong, we've started fast.
And we're not playing at home though, we're playing away. So, and that ground.
Right now we look like the home team, to be honest.
Just need that goal.
I think Palace are structured though. They know exactly where to play.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I can see like the
Who's opening up for him?
That's it.
That's it, Gabriel.
That's it. Pick up that ball.
Take your time.
Great.
Take your time. You have
See what
time. 2
Mo-
seconds. You have time.
Odegaard moved
Saka,
so that there was more
That's
space
it.
for Saka to get
Saka
out.
already looks a bit isolated though. I think he's being tracked heavily.
Yeah, I agree.
Because again, every team this season is going to identify a danger.
What else in that you think of Vincent?
And what the Souls think about Vincent Abubakar? Oh, that's about the Euros AFCON.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, nothing's changed. He's still.
So nice. Don't start.
Drive.
That's it, Martinelli. Oh, unlucky. Oh, bro, come on.
Sit, boys.
And so
We had an easy game last season.
One thing we know though, Jesus.
Don't start. Leave it.
Jesus is a live wire.
He's
a live wire.
They had an easy game last season. They didn't have to deal with a man who's on them.
Yeah,
Gabriel
that's
Jesus is
bro.
on them every single touch.
Yeah.
It's a
And they
different
knew that all they had to do is just stick on him because Lacazette weren't going in behind.
Yeah.
That's it.
proposition.
And we had a good pre-season, so yeah.
Is that Zinchenko playing right back?
Yeah. No, that's not Zinchenko. That's Odegaard.
What's foul ref?
Yellow,
That's
please.
Odegaard. That's
Shut up,
Odegaard.
Zaha.
You do it all the time.
Isaiah, stop complaining, man. Stop it. Come on, move on.
I think Ben White is
I like Zaha.
Yeah, every time you see this face every season.
I like Zaha, you know. I don't know what he is.
Yeah, but he couldn't go anywhere there though.
About doubling up on Saka.
Yeah.
And I think this season our left side has
this
been
is
a lot
Jack-
stronger.
Yeah.
If you notice, Jesus plays more around the
left-hand side,
So
yeah.
I think by proxy it will make our left side stronger. So I'm not even too mad at them doubling up.
That's poor.
Come on, Partey. Come on.
Foul him. Should have fouled him.
That's it, Captain. That's
Ball
it.
though, isn't it?
Yeah, killed him though.
Oh, come on.
Someone should move to the right quickly. Close him down, Ben White.
Let's not
See how
allow
they
them
are
to go
defending.
to.
That's it. That's it.
But you know what? I think,
That's it,
Robbie,
Saka.
you spoke about it earlier on in the week. It will be interesting to see, obviously, if we do go 1-0 down, whose head drop. Like, I just want to know.
Here we
No,
go.
that looks like
Here's
Shaka.
where it starts.
Is it?
Here's where it starts.
Stop talking about going 1-0 down.
No, because you know what? You got to always think of the worst case scenarios, man. This is what.
Keep it positive. That's what you was telling me.
I am. Listen, I'm saying about 1-0 win. I'm saying 3-1 win.
Oh, the ball hit him on the face.
On the ear as well, man. The ears were ringing. But yeah, no, I think Catherine said it as well. We need to look for
That's your player,
other ways.
That's your player.
That's our tough guy, mate.
If we are just looking for that Saka over the top ball, the team's going to double up on him now. So we need to look at
To be fair, they were doubling up on him last year as well.
Yeah.
But, you know,
That's because they
even
knew our
more-
left side. We didn't have a left side.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you nullified the only threat in it in the
Yeah,
team.
exactly. Yeah, that's my point. Yeah.
This guy's strong, man.
I told you, listen.
He's small,
Palace
but
are a
mighty.
physical team. Palace are a physical team. Palace going to take it to us physically.
Yeah, but we know that, so that's not.
Bro, you know, I get what he's saying.
Yeah, I know
It's
what I
still
mean,
in my head as well.
man.
It's still in my head as well. It's still in my head as well.
1-0 just nice.
I just don't want to be too beggy, minutes. I'm not mentioning it, but it's still in my head as well because that's an easy chance to score.
There's no excuses for that.
These
chance.
forces say.
But it's gone, Turkish.
It's gone, but we ain't scored yet. So until we score, it's not
Exactly, it's going to be
It's not gone.
But it feels like we're leading. It feels like we are dominating.
Come on! Just want to break his legs.
No, that's a good tackle, man.
Stand up.
Who's that?
Shut up.
That's my guy.
Yes.
Abo. That's our ball. Why is he going to pick the ball?
That's the new guy, the Corey.
He's a new
Yeah,
Big guy, innit?
apparently he can hold that number 6
He's
proper.
stiff. The Corey is stiff.
Oh, that's a good
That's a
tackle.
good tackle. That
It's
is.
a good tackle, but it could have went wrong as well.
Yeah, that's a good tackle.
Well, you know what? It was a good tackle because he weren't off the ground, was he? He was like,
That's a good point to be fair.
you know, you see, like Xhaka.
Now let's not beat
flying
him
off
up
the
again.
ground with feet up, but he
Nice, that's the Checo's ball. Nice.
That's that
What a pass, man.
Ramsdale. Air Ramsdale.
What a pass.
Turn in.
That's it, Shaka.
Nice,
That's it,
nice,
Shaka.
nice.
Zinchenko, you can dribble him.
never
Take him out.
seen-
Take him
I should
out.
have passed that Zinchenko.
That's a foul.
That's it. That's it.
A few times he's
I
getting
never thought I'd see the day Jacques is playing as a sort of like camera. Very attacking.
easy ball, please. That's it.
That's it, boys, come on.
Hey,
It's better he plays
Guys are quite
further
rough.
forward. I don't trust him defensively.
Yeah, 100%.
That's
It's better if he
how
goes further
I
forward.
mean, obviously, like, even last season, that's how
Gabriel on the ball.
we were just going.
Trying to be hard and stuff.
Yeah, so obviously we've got players
They're not pressing as high.
Yeah, they're not tired. They're dropping a bit now.
kind of their way of playing.
But you know what? Again, you can tell this is first game because Crystal Palace don't look as fit as they did last season. They don't look.
I
as
don't
fit.
think the fitness will come in the 60th
yet.
minute.
Not
Yeah.
No. I'm saying in general, like they don't look. Last week you saw they were every touch they were on us.
You mean Sharp?
that's
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
because we were so flat.
Don't you think it's because they're kind of sitting back a little bit in this game?
Yeah.
It's probably the way they're approaching the game. I mean,
They're
they've
sitting
definitely
back
seen the
now.
pre-season. They've seen the way we
I
play.
think they
You know?
back over the last
Yeah,
3 or
I
4
think
minutes.
because they realise-
I think they only started sitting back over the last 5 minutes. I think
Yeah,
they
because of the way
started
we started rattling them.
Jackie
know,
R
in the
says,
beginning.
Kwame and Belgium, do you think Nketiah, Hudson-Odoi and Lamp team get into Ghana's?
Hey, why not?
Squad.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have please, yes, man.
He hasn't made a decision on that yet, Nketiah, has he?
Well, he's ongoing, so don't worry, Robbie.
He will.
It's going to be, man. Number 14, man.
I think first 10 minutes they took it to us.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Come on, Shaka.
I'm a throw-in.
That's our best midfielder, Rob.
Quality, yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
That's our best
We
midfielder.
need a midfielder, man. We need a midfielder.
3 on him. That's good. I like to see that. That's good.
He redeemed himself.
Good
Yeah,
defending.
you make the mistake. You make
I think
Oh,
Actually, he cleared that.
you're right. Though, since the sort of 10th minute,
Yeah,
I
he's
just
clear
thought,
up
well,
your
you know what?
mistakes.
I'm going to sit
Yeah,
back a bit
yeah.
now. I'm going to sit back a bit.
clear up your mistake.
But you know what? We don't want to give them a full sense because then they're good at counter-attacking. So we don't want to kind of be too over.
That's it.
Well, I like the press, man.
Good pressing.
Force it long.
Bring
That's
it
it.
back to us.
Nice one, bro. Nice one, son.
Nice.
You have time. You have time, party.
Control it, you got time.
That's it.
Nice. Yeah.
You know what though? Like when
That's it, Shaka. Ah.
in America, even you lot was saying like how hard.
Come on, look. I guys, come on, second challenge now. Second challenge.
When I had to do wrestling,
It was a good.
Don't go to his face. Don't go to his face like that.
Watch
He
it.
won the
which
ball.
ball? He did win the ball. He won his leg.
won the
One of
ball,
them might
because
be,
the other
the other
guy
one
came.
might have been a bit late.
He won the
Jordan
ball.
The sandwich, that was the problem.
He killed it.
Oh, second guy.
How you didn't
Second
touch the ball there?
second
How you
time.
didn't touch the ball there?
But Zinchenko sold him.
Yeah, you did.
Zinchenko sold him.
You got the ball, but you got the ones
Over
where
there.
one of the ones where you got the ball,
That's a
but
leg
you go
breaker.
through the man.
Yeah, you've got the
Should've
ball.
You
played
see that? He
ball.
stopped the run because he stopped the pass.
You
because
see
he
why
was
Sky?
offside.
You see why Sky is showing that because he should have passed it.
No,
You
but it was
see?
offside though. That's why he stopped.
No, he wasn't
He was
offside.
offside.
He wasn't offside.
No, Jesus was
He
offside.
wasn't offside. They're not showing it
Okay,
because he
let's
was
watch the
offside,
game,
bro.
let's watch the game.
They're showing it because he should have passed it.
Corner.
Dominating 4 shots.
4 shots to Arsenal so far.
68%
to 68% of the possession, 1 on target for Arsenal.
You know, Saliba
Dominating the game.
corners.
Dominating the game at the moment. We just need a goal.
It was our shot on target.
We'll get the goal, man.
Gabriel, help me here. Gabriel,
Zinchenko shot.
Oh, yeah.
he's the only chance we have in scoring from
We've
corner.
got some
Gabriel.
tall players as well, though.
We're decent from corners.
Yeah,
Gabriel.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's third in the league.
And we were the only team, that didn't concede one either.
Look, we did in the end. We did. It
Nah,
like,
Gabriel, man.
We did.
Come on, Saliba, bang in there.
Gabriel.
Score, yeah, but last season
Sacco
he
the
did
ball
score
in.
2 goals.
Zinchenko by himself.
That's a good idea.
Oh, was it Martinelli? Oh, was it Martinelli?
You made up.
Come on,
Top 3.
It's the header back here by Zinchenko. Look, they've lost
Pulled
it.
them out.
That's
They
a
pulled
great
them out.
set piece.
That's a training ground practice.
Yes.
That's a training
You know what?
ground.
That's poor keeping, you know.
Come on.
That was a great header back. though.
Freeze
Yeah,
up
it was
Great
the
header back.
Yes. Yes.
very close.
Martinelli. That looks like one of those people goals. You know
Right,
people
6
goals
yard
that
box.
they
Yeah.
try.
Zinchenko.
He's got Zinchenko in there.
Keeper should have saved it.
Well done, Martinelli. Well done. Made up for it. Made up for it.
We were saying that Martinelli should have scored. Now
1-0 to Arsenal, and nobody can say
1-0.
that
We don't
Arsenal
deserve that.
But what can they do now?
We're gonna build on it, man.
Still early in the game, but that's you can't say Arsenal have not deserved that.
Straight on them. Look,
They've
look,
been a better
look.
team.
Pressure.
Nothing.
Nice.
He got Ramsdale.
Yeah.
I took him off.
You know what though? It's match because Martinelli knows he's made up for it, and hopefully again it settles him down. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, Rap. He's holding
Yes.
Brazil. Come on, Nelly.
And now he's playing more confident. Now he's playing more
That's
confident.
my point.
And I think he's redeemed himself. He's redeemed himself.
Nice.
That's it. Even Xhaka.
That's a good run, Xhaka.
Yeah,
Good
it
shrimp
was.
chopper. That's it. That's it.
He's a hard man. Come on.
You ain't gonna buy
He
it.
did work.
That's a
It's
foul.
always gonna go down.
Yeah.
Xhaka's a master. Xhaka always does that, and he
But no,
goes
do you
down
know
on
what?
the
though?
Easily.
In fairness,
And he always
it
falls on the
happens
ball.
to him.
Time, he does that.
Anyone that no, so it's good. I want that because it always happens to him.
Come on.
No, carry on.
Still on.
It's so nice to have a striker that
Oh,
runs.
Nice.
he starts it. Exactly what Cass said. He'll start it.
I see more goals. I see more goals in this game.
100%.
3-0.
That's it.
That's a great ball in behind.
He's still got the ball.
Hit that.
Shaka.
He was entitled to go for that. He was entitled to go for it.
Hey, we are on them, you know. We are on them.
He's still got the ball.
Look, Zinchenko with an assist on his debut.
Yeah.
Zinchenko with an assist on his
The
debut.
ball is stuck to his
And you know what as well? The two players that come into the team, well, three, they all are settled in and looks good. Saliba looks solid and calm, and that's the quote that you two kept using. He looks calm, composed.
And thing is, no one's talking
Even
about how smart.
Arteta was saying, oh, he's happy the way he's developed, you know, he went to Marseille and his development, and Arteta was talking about that.
Jesus is a baller, walks on water, flies on grass. That was Benny again.
Yes.
Big up Benny, man. This so far so good.
You know, I was going to say we're so far so
start.
good. Like,
5 shots, 2 on target, 1-0. Sorry, Cass.
Arteta, go and sit down, please. Just go and sit down, please. Just go and sit
possession.
down, man. Don't come.
I was going to say that we're talking about like putting out a statement. Like I think this is something that other teams can look at and say, you know what, they're a serious team. And it's so far, like it's only 22 minutes. But
Part of the statement of performance.
Yeah,
everything we've asked for. It's everything we've asked for.
But you don't spend that amount of money and all of a sudden just sit back and not trying to do it.
Yeah, get that?
Surround him.
I think.
That's fine though. Yes!
Well done.
I think as well that corner was made in the training ground.
Yeah.
It was made to
great
perfection. Made to perfection.
Nothing.
Made it
Give
look
him
like-
nothing.
You're right, you know.
Come on. Well done, Ben White.
They know Zaha's game. They know Zaha's games. Ignore him.
Shut up, Zaha.
Ignore you, man.
Shut up, Zaha.
Ignore him.
Well done, Ben White.
No, he did. He got caught out and then fouled him. He said, "Oh, what did you do? What did I do?"
Do you know what? The question for Arteta is going to be, you know, last season we had obviously Tavares, he was playing well at the start of the season, and then the whole situation came with Tierney. What do we do with the likes of Ben White? Do we keep him in, or do we then put him into the centre back with? You know, that's another issue.
What I like, right, is at last we have competition.
Yes,
for
yes,
places.
exactly.
You know? That's what we want.
Yeah. But it's going to be interesting.
Options
to
all
see,
over. You know, I mean, that's what we want.
We know
Quality.
Saliba wants to play. We know he wants to play.
Yeah, but it's earn it.
Yeah, and also
Earn that. And it's a long season as well. You get a chance to play.
And to add to that point, I think for the first time ever, I can happily see us taking a player off and putting on quality.
Yeah.
Whereas in the past seasons, I'm looking at like if we take off one of our first team players, we
cost us towards the end of the last season. Anyway, we've got to deal with this one. Now Zaha's on him to run it in. This is a different situation.
Yes, that's well done, Saliba.
I think so far, White's contained Zaha very well.
Surprised Zaha didn't run at him then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Someone is down.
Get up.
Saliba read that well.
Yeah, he did. He just brings that calmness.
But if your player is down, you better kick it out.
They're playing on.
You better kick it out.
They took a whistle, man. They're playing on.
Okay.
Good.
You know what? We ain't heard nothing from Edouard right now. We ain't heard nothing from him.
There's been no threat. There's been no threat at all.
Look at you getting up now.
It's in someone's pocket. How can you
we
hear
have
from
a
him?
winning team and the back line, they're doing well. Then obviously, what's the point in removing
Of course,
Ben White and
but what I mean is that if we need to add reinforcements and strength, we've got people on the bench now that I can trust to come on and
don't try saying that.
Just need more reinforcement.
Of course, 100%. Yeah.
A little bit of soft.
Soft.
You have yourself, you know, last season, it's called the third goal against Arsenal last season.
25 minutes in, 1-0 up.
Don't be saying that.
Couldn't ask for anything better.
What a
Someone is down again. It's down.
Zaha again, just ignore it.
That's a poor pass.
He's got it, don't worry.
Even the ref ignores it.
nice.
I like the way Zinchenko just does it simple.
He's just
So what do you guys think about
a smart player.
when you compare him to Tierney? What do you guys think?
Smart
Set
player.
play goals.
Set play goals, Man City with 21, Liverpool with 19, Arsenal with 16. So we have improved a lot. Turn by Jesus.
Come on,
ref!
Come on.
Ref! What? Tell him Jesus, man. Tell him Jesus. What kind of thing's that?
It's going to fire him up.
Yeah!
It's gonna blow. This ref is not doing well.
Yes! Saka!
Pass it one time.
Have a shot.
Pass the ball. Pass the ball.
Nice.
Jesus.
Shoot! Go! Shoot! It's on your left foot.
No, you can't.
Why? He's on his left foot, mate.
Yeah.
That's a poor ball, though. Unlucky.
That's corner.
That was on his left foot. That's a strong
On
foot.
that stat that we just saw about the corner, didn't we hire you set piece coach?
The players in front of him.
No, you hit that hard.
You have to up his wages, man.
Yeah, literally sitting
He should have shot, man. Seriously.
Piece coach, man. Going for a pay rise. Say, yo, since I come.
Since we hired that.
Yeah, when I come, not one.
Well, you know what, though? Our first 5
Right,
games,
set piece coach, come on again.
we should be
Double up his
getting
wages if we score
15
from this.
points out of our first 5 games.
Double up his wages if we score from this corner.
I need Gabriel to score, man.
Come on, Gabriel.
Whip it.
Decent.
Because we've got some winnable games. Leicester look in turmoil. We've got them next.
Good.
We've got
Take your
Bournemouth,
time,
Fulham,
Martinelli.
and Aston Villa.
Look for the runner.
And also, it shows the importance of set pieces.
Yeah, the game's different now.
That's a lovely cross.
Stop it.
Ask Gabriel.
You know what I mean? And I think hiring that set piece coach was amazing business from us.
Well, a couple of seasons,
one of our best signings.
a couple of seasons ago, Liverpool bought they brought in a foreign set piece coach, a foreign coach as well. So.
I think Sol's made a good point with that goal. You could see that was a training ground move because I saw Arteta go over to Airport Albert and hug him up. So did you notice that?
His name, yeah.
Yeah, I said it literally. It was perfectly taken. Perfectly taken. Even from the Zinchenko.
When you see the reaction between the two coaches, you know that's a training ground move.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's what we're talking about. Trust.
Man,
We need another goal, man.
Yeah, we need.
we need another goal, but listen, they're not even pressing us now. So listen, do what you like.
But the game is not finishing, so it's taking now.
No, Saliba. No, I said it.
It's about managing the game, though. That's why you get that experience.
Take it back to Ramsdale.
last
Take it back to Ramsdale. I don't want no trouble.
You watch him. You watch him. He's calm on the ball. He reads the game.
Oh my God! Ramsdale!
Oh my God!
Oh, Ramsdale, man.
He's got that in him, you know. He's got that in him, unfortunately.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's offside, isn't it?
Oh my God.
Don't start.
I thought that was rebounding in you.
The angle was mad.
But do you know what though? Arteta won't even tell him off because he knows that's how he wants to play. He wants him to play.
Gabriel's messing about there as well. Don't get twisted. That's not. Ramsdale should have done it, but Gabriel's messing about.
Not to be switching up, man. That's not good, man.
It's a good point.
Right, corner to Palace. Oh no.
What happened?
Yeah, he came off. Yeah.
We got away with that.
We got away with that.
You say Gabriel.
Yeah,
You wouldn't have expected the ball to come.
Yeah, that's not nothing to do with Gabriel.
No, because but he should have been calm when he got the ball. I think.
Yeah.
See without he just clear it out.
Keeper had plenty of time.
Was that a free kick?
Yeah.
I think off.
He does have that in him. He does.
I guess if you play that way,
I think listen, if you're a team that plays out from the back, every team is bound to have that.
Edison makes those moves.
Edison, Alisson, they all do those.
I don't know what he was rushing about. It's like, calm down.
You know him sometimes.
Like he saw something and flipped.
Quickly, party.
Thought about going back to
He's having a good game.
not right now.
Lee mentioned about Partey having. I think he's had a good game.
Yeah, just quietly getting on with it.
Doing
Just
what he needs to
quietly
do.
getting
Breaking
on
down
with
play.
Oh,
Look at this.
Nice.
I think everyone's
is our Van Dijk, bro.
Yeah, everyone.
Oh, come on, bro.
Settle down. Settle down. I need to see a season of that first. Before I start.
That's more than
a season or two of that before I start mentioning Van Dijk.
I don't mind. Live by the sword, die by the sword. I don't mind.
Nah, bro. I don't
No,
Release this
no.
ball! No! What did he drink today?
What is happening?
See, that's what I'm saying.
But you know what? That
You know
game
what's
is.
happening? You know what's
That
happening?
game.
Ramsdale's getting the ball and he's not finding the.
No,
No, it's not me.
That gives Palace.
No.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to prove a point.
That's
I'm
an
relaxed
unforced
still.
error, bro.
But that gives Palace
It's
every
either that,
ball.
it's either that.
No, maybe he's been giving the instructions to put the ball through if there's a space.
Yeah, but
There was no
that's
space there. He needs to kick it out, though.
You know what that was there? He's trying to show everybody's being composed still.
No, we don't want that kind of composure. Let him kick it
Again,
out.
what that does is it gives Palace the impetus to
Yeah,
keep
yeah, it
pressing.
lifts their fans.
But,
Yeah,
no,
of
but
course.
listen, I'll be honest. It's 30 minutes gone now, and I think we are in total control of the game.
Yeah,
The last 5 minutes they've thrown back into it because of those
But
mistakes.
have they had a shot on target yet?
They haven't, but I'm
But
saying.
yeah, it's about building though. It's about building.
You're giving them
That's
that
giving them a little confidence, and they've grown back.
You know
into
what,
it.
Souls? That's the way Ramsdale's thinking like you. That's why it's making it.
Oh, when I was in Checo, unlucky.
I wouldn't tell it was
Yes!
Don't hold
Well
on.
done.
No foul.
What Ramsdale
get
is
back.
doing is a recipe for disaster. You don't have to pass out the back every single time.
Listen,
If you're under pressure, no, if you're under pressure, you kick it out.
That's the instruction.
But they're not
Maybe
doing
it's
it.
no-
They're not
No,
doing
no,
it.
but if we have a progressive striker, then that's when it will be a long ball.
I agree with Tade. I agree.
Belgium.
Tade's right. You don't have to do it every
Belgium,
single
The
time.
fact that you're getting instructions
Unless
doesn't mean you can't use
there's a
your
big-
number 6. You have to use your brains in
So
30 minutes.
kick it out to who?
If he's under pressure, he has to kick it out.
No.
What are you
If
talking
have
about?
a progressive striker, that's when you do that. But right now, it's not the
He
case.
was under pressure, Belgium.
We're sitting off.
Tade's right. Belgium, stop.
I don't understand what you're saying, man. No, I don't understand what you're saying. You're under pressure and you're trying to pass out the back.
I agree with you, bro.
Like, seriously.
God.
Yeah.
Maybe 80% of the time I get it.
Yeah.
But 20% of the time you have to do the needful and just kick it out.
You judge it on its merits.
The game works in patches, isn't it? They're definitely gonna get
That's a good ball.
Oh, that's a good touch by Zaha, to be fair.
Well played, Saka.
Yeah!
Brilliant.
Look at that, defensive reinforcement. And the thing is, that's a big game about
Teamwork,
Saka.
man,
He's
teamwork.
Not, he's not only offensive, even
Because
last
Zaha,
season, Saka does so much for us defensively.
Teamwork,
See it.
Well done. Pepe would never have done it. That's the thing.
We would have got to give it a penny.
To be dropping, that's not part of his game.
No, but that's part of the game, Belgium. That's that's part of the game. If in the way we play, that's part of the game. Now you got to help out.
No, that was brilliant defending.
Yeah.
That's what we don't get from Pepe, by the way.
That's Zaha, you know. You think you can just say, "Oh, I'm staying up pitch," and just leave a man one-on-one with that
Good.
guy?
Well done, Jack.
One of the best players in the league.
Man.
Oh, well played.
That's what I mean.
Great play. That's great ball as well.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, shoot! Shoot!
Just let it go.
Cross the ball.
Cross the ball. Wasn't even really in the box like that.
Why do these guys pass every single minute?
Just let it go. Shoot.
I think the way is we're doing too much tiki-taka in the box, man. I think we need to start releasing some shots.
Odegaard's too one-footed, man. That's what it is. For those moments there, he just wants to cut in on his left. In that moment, that's where we lost it.
Okay,
Beautiful.
Great
Nice, man. Nice.
training ground move.
First goal of the season. First goal of the Premier League.
Martinelli scored the first goal in the Premier
And you know what? You know what's good as well. You saw Partey there, so it was definitely like one of them would have got it. One of them. That was good.
When he's a corner, he's always making an attempt, and so that's
Who's that? You mean
Martinelli.
Martinelli?
Some fans going mad.
They're going mad.
He won most of the headers in the corners. Him and Gabriel.
Yes, done, Partey.
Great party. Great. Well played.
He's got his first goal. Header.
Talking bad on Partey's name. Come on.
Keep going.
Release the ball.
Saka, agility. Look at that agility, man.
Agility and strength.
He's having to show it too much, man.
Yeah, because they're double options.
When you're a big player, man, that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's
No man's giving you no free run.
That's part of being the world-class player. You get that.
Yeah.
You know,
Back. Release it.
release
Oh, I
Release
love
it back
it.
to Shaka now.
Told you they're a physical team. They're gonna take it to us physically.
One touch.
Relax.
He did well. He did well.
No, one touch. What did you do?
Oh, that was defending. That was defending because that was. That was a ball.
No way, that's
that was
handball.
good.
No
Sorry,
way.
handball.
That hit his knee. Hit his knee.
You people should not be playing with
What
my
are you
heart.
doing, Zinchenko?
What's this?
Oh, well done, Zinchenko.
Who's that?
Sorry.
I didn't even say that.
Robbie, what did I tell you
That
about
was top
Gabriel?
play. That was a good play.
Oh no.
Robbie, what did I tell you?
Is that VAR?
Oh no.
Oh,
But his hands are still by his side.
Has that gone to VAR?
Yeah, might watch
Has it gone to
Hands
VAR?
by side.
I swear that.
Has it gone to VAR?
There's no way.
this doesn't
No way, that's a penalty.
Hands by side. There's no way that guy.
Oh, it didn't go to VAR.
No way.
Thank God.
Hands by side.
Because it,
Robbie, what did I tell you?
did.
What did I tell you about him?
That's it. It's definitely a penalty.
So he's played well so far.
Listen, man.
He did well there to move his hand out of the way of that.
No, but Gunali, he doesn't mistake him. I agree. He does have anything, but I think it is.
I think he's one of the best centre backs in the league.
Yeah, that's right.
What's your name?
Stand by
Roy
that.
Keane.
He's only made one mistake today, though.
And the thing
That's why Juventus want him. That's why Real Madrid.
Listen, I said I like him, but he does have that.
Yeah, but he does. But
He's a bit rash. He's a bit rash.
you can say that about like Rudiger.
About Romero.
But I still would have had it.
Gunali, let me ask you one question, right? Is it
You don't rate Rudiger?
80% of the times that he makes us
You didn't rate Rudiger?
You didn't rate Rudiger?
Rudiger was wicked.
I think he's a very good player in the back three, but in the back four, it's still.
Oh, yeah, two in the back four.
Yeah, I'm not.
Nice, that was nice, Shaka. Well
Say,
played.
boys, come on.
You can take him. It's just one man.
No.
Yeah, on him.
Nice one, Zinchenko.
And it's true, you know, some centre backs, especially players like Gabriel and Rudiger, who have got a bit of rashness about them.
Yeah.
You need a centre back alongside them who's very calm, and that's where Saliba comes in. Saliba's very calm.
Yeah, what was so rash about
Dominating
that?
down the
I think you're being
left-hand side,
incredibly
man.
harsh.
You don't often see that with
It's just a
Arsenal.
bit
We're
like
dominating down the left hand
So
side.
what, do you mean that you don't rate him? Is that what you're
No, I
saying?
didn't say that. Come on,
You better not say that.
Referee.
It was a conversation now.
Thank you.
But I do think every defender makes mistakes now and again.
Actually, it says
The question
Gabriel
is
and
how
Ramsdale
often
are
do they make
calamities.
mistakes?
I don't agree.
Do you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, listen.
Nice.
Why you guys? Take your time now. You guys are releasing these passes too. Take your time.
No, that was on
chance, bro. What can you do?
No. Defender was.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, no, on him.
Come on, collect that ball.
Well done.
Oh, look at Partey there.
Well
Brilliant
done.
blocking that is.
Yeah, that was, because he was looking for.
Partey, that was brilliant from
He read it,
Partey.
didn't
Yeah,
he? He was
read
never
it,
going to do the
He
return
read-
ball.
yeah, he
I
read
really
the
want
run.
Jesus to
He's
score,
back there
man.
again. He's playing well, Partey.
Yeah, Partey, Rolls Royce.
He is just doing what he needs to do.
Now this is the party we paid for.
Nice.
Don't shoot.
Take a shot.
Don't shoot.
I know.
Nice. Nice.
It's the
Why are
intercept.
they holding him?
Can't touch
Look out wide. Look out wide.
Can't touch him.
Oh, you're doing too much.
Fresh, they're
in there,
holding these
man.
guys, man.
You're doing way too much in there.
Listen, you lot, Palace away is tough. Come on,
He's soft. Come on, Tim, man. Yeah, be soft.
I'm just saying.
That man going, man. Kick the man back down.
Yeah, but he's soft though.
We need him for the World Cup, man.
Sent him down 14 Ebro.
Listen.
Sent him down, sent him a crew, and then the guy sent him to box spot. I mean,
I know, as I said at the start of the game as well, you're not going to get many opportunities.
Look at Zaha. Zaha is frustrated now. That's
No,
what
but that's how he plays. He plays angry.
No, but sometimes he always smiles.
No.
And the thing is, I'm so happy that you scored a goal. Because trust me, in this game, you won't get many
He'll
opportunities.
only smile when he scores.
need
So.
another.
Yeah.
Still only.
Palace away is a tough game, and I think we've done well to contain it this far, if I'm honest. And we scored a goal.
I mean, they beat Spurs last season. They drew against Man City.
That's what has been the difficult
Man City did not score against them last season.
Listen, you can't go to the stadium and think you're going to get a win like that. You can't.
Even for Arsenal, that place has been a difficult place, anytime we go there. So
I think it's been a brilliant start.
So we sort of got to
Only
keep
the
going,
first
though.
half. Only the first half.
Only the first half, exactly, Palmer.
yeah, we just have to keep the same shape and second half, and that's it.
Keep working.
Yeah.
Keep this tempo. I mean, it's been a very fast-paced game for the first game of the season, and these players are going to
Ben White.
But you can see what they're
Saka,
doing.
where's
They're
White?
always
That's
going
a
on the
great
left.
touch by Zaha.
They're
That's not
always-
Zaha, by the way.
That's not Zaha.
What was it?
That's Michel.
now.
Is it Michel?
Oh,
Mitchell.
That's so.
They're literally. It's that big raking left ball that they're doing
I think
from
there was a foul
Anderson.
by Party.
No.
Soft.
Let me see. Yeah.
He touched the ball
It
now.
was
But
Saka.
look, he hit him and he fell about 2 seconds
It
after.
was Saka that not Partey that fouled him.
Actually, you're right.
It's a
What was that?
dangerous,
Was that
dangerous
It
position.
was Saka fouled him, man.
You just got to do your job, man. Do your job.
Come on, Arsenal, man. Let's hold on to this, man.
Who is going to get the first yellow card of the season?
You mean Arsenal player?
Get it.
You mean
I'll be
Arsenal
surprised
player?
it's not Xhaka, yeah.
Xhaka.
I'll be surprised.
I think Gabriel.
Come on,
He's been
Arsenal.
quiet as well.
Let's hold on to this one.
You don't want to concede just
Watch the
before
back
half-time
post,
as well.
please.
Oh, well
Nice
done.
one, Gabriel.
Gabriel again.
Nice one.
Did well
Good
defending.
defending. Good.
That's Odegaard. No, that's Zinchenko. What's going on, guys?
Obviously, we are
Alright,
Five minutes
One
left
person
plus
on him.
injury time to half time.
Let him cross, please.
Let's contain this result until half time.
This is man.
Come on, yeah, Martinez, you need to get out there.
They've only really had 5 minutes in this half, and that's it.
Yeah, not much.
Very strong half. We need to see it out now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't want that's the
It will
worst
just be a
thing.
minute of additional time.
Yeah, it should be. Innit?
No cross into
Is
the
he on the
box.
ball?
No cross.
Cuts in.
Oh, he's got a good
He's still cutting in.
This is Eze.
Yeah!
Zinchenko.
Zinni.
And brought it out as well.
Man.
That's a foul, ref. No?
That's not
Oh, referee, man.
Come on, ref.
No way.
Don't they go to the
He
gym?
wanted to give the other foul, so he just ended up giving that.
He's not going to give him a card for that.
Better not bet.
Nah. The guy even called the wrong foul.
Love the way Zinchenko's
Yeah,
calm.
Look at that.
That wasn't a
Zinchenko,
foul.
a big thing about him, he gets that
Why
ball
is he
in
playing for
defense
that
and
one
he
then?
can bring upfield as well. You understand? So he's
Yeah,
Zinchenko's
but you can't
defensive,
referee a game like that.
defensive,
You know what I mean?
very,
You have to
very,
judge
very
each
quick.
one on its merits.
What I'm saying is, there's no difference.
No, it's different.
To you, there's no difference. But
That's
to
why
the referee, there
referee
was.
is subjective. It's a subjective
Another
matter.
free kick to
Palace.
another free kick to Palace.
We weren't switched on there. We weren't
Nobody
switched
went with
on.
him. That's it.
We weren't switched on. I said it.
We switched off there.
Their first shot on target.
That's Edouard there. They should have scored maybe.
Of course they did.
Great
Great save by
It's the
Ramsdale.
first time in the game we switched off.
Letting Anderson
We weren't
get
switched
in.
on, I said it.
Letting him get free.
He was onside as well.
Ben White.
Played.
Great save.
Good save.
I think he wasn't a very
I think
good
Ben White was
Palace
actually.
player.
No, see, you know, he's done well. He's done well actually to head it because it's sort of slightly behind him.
It was actually brave, to be honest.
Good save by Ramsdale.
I wouldn't do that when I know someone's leg is coming.
I'll tell you what else was good about that save is that he pushed the ball
Very, very
away
solid
from
in
goal.
this half.
Yeah,
See,
just not back into the danger zone.
Yeah,
You know what?
yeah.
This is the difference between him and
Long ball
Leno.
from Ramsdale.
Oh, Leno was a good keeper.
No, I mean,
as well.
in terms of parrying. Many a times Leno does parry back into the danger zone.
Oh, okay.
I think we're dropping a little bit.
Too small.
Got to switch on.
Who's Southgate scouting for now?
No, but you know what? To be fair, you cannot expect to keep Palace totally quiet.
You can't.
There's going to be ebb and flow. That's
I
just.
said it, Laurie.
That's,
And Laurie, you're not going to get many chances.
Yeah.
against
You know, they're
England,
playing at
trust me.
home.
exactly.
Well done.
Yeah, and Belgium has a good point, and we're the away team as well, so you're not going to get many chances. But I think we've done well. We've done well.
See it into half time though. Don't
Yeah, you
concede.
don't want to
I
concede.
think we've pressed at the right time. Cass mentioned it where
That's a great
we're
goal.
not pressing all the time. We're sitting up,
Recouping.
recovering. The next set, and
Running
then
to
it's
space.
the triggers. There's certain triggers that we're going off by in terms of when
I
we're
think now we
pressing.
just
So
need
it's
to go to
good.
the half time, man.
No, but what I'm saying is there's going to be ebb and flow in a game now. You're not going to keep Palace quiet for the whole
sustain a little bit of pressure, but
45.
even the
Yeah.
pressure
Back
that
in
we've
the
had,
day,
we've managed.
They
we've
have
managed
to. They have to
contain
get
it.
back into the game. There's no way that we'll play.
And Whites.
Just like try the whole
They're
90
definitely
minutes.
targeting White.
Yeah, sends a
They're
message.
definitely targeting White.
Yeah.
Sends a big
But he's
message.
doing well so far, to be honest.
Do you know what this shows to me as well, guys? The quality difference between the sort of Premier League and the pre-season games. And I think Turkish said it on the stream against Sevilla. You're not going to get the sort of space.
Get up!
Thank you, referee.
He tripped.
I was a bit concerned because that was Xhaka.
Like, you're not going to get the sort of space that you get against those teams.
You see what I mean? You thought that was a foul, didn't you? You did.
No, I didn't think that.
You did. You did. I can tell that you did.
Come on,
You did.
counter.
That's
Your feet, Xhaka.
I'm not going to blow for that.
He's going to put Xhaka through.
So you were right. So you were right.
I said that.
You said
Oh
that.
no! Wait, no,
And he
no.
put Xhaka or Gay.
Wait, who's he booked?
No, it was a dive.
Is he last man then?
It was a dive. It was.
It was a dive. He put Xhaka in.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was. Hold on.
No, but this was clear.
He
That
didn't
was
touch
clear.
him.
He didn't touch it.
Yeah.
Come on, Jack.
It's silly.
The thing is, he didn't even put in a rash challenge.
I don't think he meant it that way.
He always gets yellow card.
Guys, who's the first yellow card going to?
First yellow card of the season.
I said it. I literally said it.
Palace and momentum have started.
You know what though? It's his reputation. That's what he's built up.
Yeah.
No, that was a dive, Steve.
Because you know what, the same thing. Why is he not? It is a dive.
Yeah, but if it was somebody else.
But then he didn't give one to Eze.
yeah.
Well, he's a dive.
Eze's was a soft.
Yeah.
That was a dive.
No, Eze's was a dive as well.
Eze got
But what I'm saying, if it was somebody else,
Eze definitely got touched.
they may have been a little bit
I
more.
think Xhaka's was more blatant. If
But
I'm
like you said, he's a guy that, you know.
His reputation.
Yeah,
all the time.
I think that was deserved, to be
He didn't
honest.
need to do that.
The thing is, his reputation is more rash challenges.
Evidently, that was it. That was.
See what that was as well? It's when you ain't got pace, yeah? Because he knew he couldn't get to it. So that's why he tried to, you know.
What's for you man doing?
Saliba again. Saliba's been our best player so far.
We're letting him back in.
I don't like what's happening right now, man.
Yeah, we're letting him back in.
Just almost halftime, guys. Come on, get up! Looking for a penalty.
Be careful, man.
Nice, I like the way to bring
Nice.
That was good strength by Partey. He just stood up.
One's there,
He didn't go diving in. He just stood there.
Well played,
Come
Jack.
on,
Well
It's
played.
good strength.
You can see in that role, Xhaka, he looked good. But if we had an upgrade, it takes the team up.
Oh, unlucky.
It takes the team up another level.
Lucky Shaka.
If you get someone a little bit more dynamic.
Yeah.
If you get someone it takes a team another level. You know, so even from there, he could have driven with that ball a bit further.
It's coming forward again. Oh no, this is dangerous.
Saliba.
Oh, still got it, Palace.
Well done.
And that's
Saliba.
why I'm
Corner.
saying we need that sort of reinforcement in midfield. What's
going on with these players,
We're getting to the end of the first half. So.
Who was that diving on the floor?
Listen, guys, I'll be honest. I know Arsenal was in control, but the Palace, they're taking the game to us last sort of 10, 15 minutes.
No, they're on top now.
We got the last block.
Yeah, they're taking the game to us.
Xhaka as well.
And then Xhaka.
Saliba and Xhaka.
They're on top. They're on top.
But yeah, they have to. They'll be able
This
to.
is what I'm saying about Gabriel. Like, you see, even that it's just we don't have to
I'm
do
a bit
it.
scared now.
Do you know what I mean?
Corner.
That's where I'm going with him.
Russia block.
Yeah.
Ball in.
And it's nothing I like.
Ben White, nice one, Ben White.
Counter attack.
Half-time.
Half-time, 1-0 to Arsenal. Gabriel Martinelli with the goal. We're going to be going to James shortly to get his view and to go through all the stats of it. Ozef says, does Arteta have the intelligence to take Xhaka off at half-time? We know what he's capable of when it comes to crunch time. I can't trust him. I don't think he's going to have to trust him. Xhaka's going to get sent off, says Joe Abdi, so there's quite a few people worried about that. But so far, Turkish, so good.
Yeah, so far so good. I think I expected a bit more from the attack though, because after that first 5-10 minutes, we didn't really create much in terms of the fluidity we showed in the first 10. I want to see more. I want us to take the second half by the front foot again, go in, try and get a couple more goals, because Palace, they're weary. But towards the end of that first half, they started finding their leg. They started getting a few opportunities. Maybe not chances, but that was a great save from Ramsdale as well. Early on, he nearly cost us, but he saved us a goal there. So overall, so far so good. Just see it off in the second half.
Tom, what are you saying, man? You've been quiet, right apart from when you were celebrating the goal. But what have you made of that first half?
Before the game, I was kind of interested to see Ben White and Zaha, but I think Ben White's been solid.
Good shout.
And then Saliba as well. He's picked up where he left off in pre-season. Didn't put a foot wrong.
No, very true.
So good. So
Very
far,
true.
so good, man.
Very true.
But they're starting to threaten a little bit as well, so we need to be careful.
Partey's been solid.
Partey's been on it.
Yeah, you've been happy so far, Taddy?
Oh yeah, I've been happy. A little bit of moments that my heart almost jumped. Obviously, you see my reactions. But I would say going to Palace is always going to be a hard game. You know, we've only won once in 8, so I'm happy with what I'm saying so far.
Belgium?
Very positive, and especially by Ghana boy Partey, like, kind of controlling the midfield. So it's fantastic, and you know, I just hope that second half we take the same things again, the same shape, but this time to be more clinical in front of goals, and that's it.
Laurie?
Yeah, excellent first half. Obviously, Palace coming back into it towards the end of the first half there, but then, like I was saying, you got to expect that. There's going to be ebb and flow. Palace are at home, they're a good team, they're going to come at us, so I'm happy.
Yeah. One for you here, Belgium. Lee Southey says, if the league finished this half, Arsenal would be champions. Kwame,
Yes, man.
what have you made of it?
I think it's more of a mature, professional performance that I've seen compared to what we've talked about in previous games at Palace. This team seems like they've learnt their lesson. and they know what they're doing. And like me and Cass were talking about, they're pressing at the right time, they're sitting off at the right time. We're defending, yes, there's a few mistakes we're making with Ramsey at the back, but overall, very impressed with Saliba. He's been solid at the back. Zinchenko, White, the whole team has been very good, very, very good.
Need another though, Kaz, innit? Need another goal.
Yeah, we do. I think this is the first mental test because you are only 1-0 up. I think the team talk for Vieira is easier than it is for Arteta because it's what do you do now? How do you keep this league? So, but if we can get over the line, I think this will prove to be a big scalp because I think Palace are going to move to a lot of teams this season.
Yeah, it's going to be a big second half, innit? So something.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a big second half. I think we've done well in the first half. I said at the start of the game, to be fair, you're not going to create many chances against Palace away. They're tough, they're a very physical team, they're going to take it to you, and I think we need a big second half. We need, as Turkey said, we need to create a bit more. 60th minute, make a sort of couple of changes, and I think as soon as we get the 3 points, that's all that matters in sort of today's game.
Yeah, Alexander B says, where's that guy in the video with Turkish running his mouth? Not so confident now, I bet. Still half time though. Question for Tade says Jacket asks, did you watch both the World Cup legs between Ghana and Nigeria? Hey, this is an Arsenal thing, man. We ain't about no Ghana and Nigeria. He's trying to wind you up. We're gonna go now to James. James is gonna break down what we've seen in that first half. James, take it away.
Welcome, guys. Little half-time chat. Arsenal are 1-0 up at Palace. It definitely feels like, listen, the tone, the tempo, everything is so different to last season from that Brentford game when we had all these players out for whatever reason, and then you have players just not looking ready. Today they look ready. Today they look at it, they look sharp. I think we started brilliantly. I think actually our best spell was that first 10 minutes, even at 0-0 before we got the goal. We just looked sharp, we looked buzzy, we looked like we immediately, listen, we can't hear it, but Selhurst Park, I imagine, was just silenced by Arsenal starting on the front foot. And where last season I was so impressed by Palace, listen, I was impressed, but I understand you're going to approach things tactically differently. Palace last season twice, both at the Emirates and mainly in that Selhurst Park game where we lost 3-0, they suffocated us, they were all over us. And I remember saying in the starting 11 show, what is the absence of a Conor Gallagher going to do for the way Palace approach this game? Because Eze's a top player, but he's much more of a creator. He's much more of a, he's buzzy, he's, he can do brilliant things, but Gallagher was the engine room for Palace, and Arsenal haven't had to face that today and have been able to stamp their authority in midfield. I think another thing that's given Arsenal a lot of hope in midfield, a lot of dominance, is the positions that Zinchenko's picking up. Because it's not only about when we lose the ball and then that being, being able to recover, get it back quickly in central areas. It's also that ability to just almost dominate, because you've got it's like Zinchenko and White, with Partey, with then Xhaka and Odegaard. So you've almost got a five, like a spider web of 5 players, Jesus dropping into another one, who are all sort of getting into these central pockets. And because Eze, as I mentioned, is more of a 10 than Gallagher is more of a box-to-box, he's pressing up with Edouard. They're almost defending in more of a 4-4-2 shape. And Doucouré and Schlupp, remember Doucouré is making his Premier League debut. Schlupp, has played central midfield, but he's not the most natural central midfielder. They're having to work really, really hard to keep up with Arsenal, and you've got the fact that Odegaard and Xhaka are trying to stretch it and pull them wide as well. So Arsenal tactically have got this right, and I just think the pre-season preparation we mentioned is rubbing off here in that first half mainly. The fact that Arsenal look sharp and they look familiar and they know what they're doing, whereas Palace don't look quite as settled. Zaha's not really had the better of Ben White in one-on-one duels. White's done very, very well in those situations, and the rotation of that front three from Jesus coming out wide and Martinelli making central runs and all that is obviously causing them problems. Now, that's a lot of the positives. I'm going to go through some comments in a second, but we can't ignore that Palace definitely grew into that, probably from the 30th, 35th minute onwards. Now, I think if I'm honest, I don't mean to be rude to Palace here, but I don't think any of it's their doing. I think Ramsdale with a few loose passes and a little bit of a few moments that might have just unsettled Arsenal and might have given, the Selhurst Park crowd and Palace a little bit of hope, has really come from Arsenal and the mistakes we've been making. Now, you're always going to play out the back in that way. I can't remember who said it on the watch along, but ultimately, you see Edison making those errors. You see Alisson, he's got a few from his time at Liverpool. If you want to play out the back, you're going to do that whether it looks easy or whether it looks difficult. You're always going to do it because the rewards are so high. If you beat that press, you've managed to take 3, 4, 5 players out the game, the pitch has opened up. So Arsenal will keep doing that. And I know Ramsdale's had a few iffy moments, but they'll keep doing that. Only that might have been what's got Palace, you know, their tails up a little bit and feeling like they can get back into it. I will say, apart from that Zaha header, we have limited them to chances, and a lot of that is down to Gabriel and Saliba and the recovery they've been doing. Bukayo Saka dropping back's been brilliant as well to help out. And I think Zinchenko and White have looked pretty comfortable, considering, I think they'd both say it's not their first choice positions being fullbacks, but look how good they've looked in those roles. So Palace are threatening, and they're growing into it, and I think they're rubbing off those pre-season cobwebs for sure. But Arsenal, I think, have done well to get that goal when they were, you know, on top and had that period of dominance. It's, you know, Turkish was making the point, you know, he wasn't going to let go that Martinelli missed chance until we eventually took the lead and Martinelli got the goal, and I'm really happy for him he did. But I get that, because it's, you know, teams miss chances. Teams will be on top, they'll have opportunities, they'll miss chances. That's fine, that's part of the game. And listen, the best teams, they create chances. That's absolutely fine, they're going to miss some. But if you don't capitalise on a period of dominance when you come to a place like Selhurst Park, that's where the problem is. Credit to Arsenal, they absolutely did. So I think all in all, that has been a good first half, one we can all be happy with. Carl says, Xhaka so unreliable. Look, I think Xhaka had a really good first half. Booked for diving, absolutely the right decision. I've got no problem with the ref there. But I'd love to look back at that Eze one just before, because he let that go, which suggests that he thought that was a dive. Now, unless he thought there was a bit of contact that sent him over, but it wasn't a foul, then that's the only way he's not going to book him. But if it was a dive, then, you know, you've got to judge them both in the same way there. But anyway, it's Louis says, Zinchenko is like fine wine, love from New Zealand. Zinchenko was class in that first half. I think defensively did fine, but it's what he does on the ball. And is it just me who feels, I'm using an Arteta word here, he transmits a calmness, an aura about him that's just very, like, he gets the ball and he looks very reassured. And I think playing for clubs like Man City, when, listen, you're worrying about title challenges and winning trophies. And listen, he's been the captain of Ukraine as well. He's been in more pressurised situations than Friday night at Selhurst Park. And I've made that point a few times. That's why I don't want to see Arsenal look like they're succumbing to pressure at any point. Crystal Palace have good players and will play well, but make them, listen, you want a clean sheet. But if things aren't to go the way we want tonight, make it be because Palace made it happen for themselves, not because we crumbled under the pressure and we couldn't hack it. And it's really good to see a lot of those players, Saliba being another one, looking completely and utterly reassured in that first half. And I think he's been on the ball very good, but defending really, really well as well. There was a moment that Edouard shot towards the end. Actually, it could have been worse had it not been for Saliba getting there in the first place, and then Xhaka covers. So everyone's working hard, everyone's doing their bit. The commitment's absolutely there, which only raises my questions about, you know, whether we're going to get more squad depth, because that kind of commitment over 38 games and hopefully Europa League run is going to take its toll. But the team are working hard, and credit to them. Abdullah says, very nervous, pull out yellow card. Pull out yellow carded Xhaka and put Tierney on. Zinchenko can play central midfield. Let's use our versatile subs that we bought in the summer. Yeah, but I don't want to jinx this, but I'll say it, and it's Xhaka's fault. Remember, it's Xhaka's fault if this goes wrong from here. I don't think he's ever been sent off from 2 yellow cards. I just know that's getting clipped up if he gets a red now. But it's a stat nonetheless. So I believe that's true. And when I've watched him on yellow cards recently, I do the same thing. I start worrying, I start fretting, oh my God, he's on a yellow. This is going to be Granit Xhaka all over again. But actually, he does tend to know how to manage himself on yellow cards. Mikel Arteta will know that. So when you're all going mad because he's not taking him off or whatever, and Xhaka might look like he's running a fine line, listen, I hope he doesn't get it wrong. But just remember that is the stat, that is the situation. But yeah, Zinchenko could easily come into midfield, and we've seen how he's done in those central positions. He's looked classy and very reassured. Palace will score, says Wedcraft. Well, I really hope you're wrong. Mr. Macrasa says Saliba is top class, and Daniel goes one further and says he's looking like prime Maldini. Okay, he's looking good, no doubt. Touch of also says, from a neutral point of view, this game is awesome. From an Arsenal fan, it's exciting. Will Gabriel take White's spot in defence? I think so. So, I mean, I guess it's more Saliba who's taking a spot, isn't he? Because, you know, White's been moved to right back with Tomiyasu not quite fit, and we know he's not on the bench. So, yeah, we'll see. Listen, that's been a good first half. We're going to go back to the guys on the sofas very soon, but it's been a good first half. There's a comment here. ISG says, Saka stopped defending. And I know what Saka did getting back there was very, very good. And someone made the point on the watch along, I want to say it was Tade, but I might be wrong, about him dropping so deep. If there's Arsenal are doing really, really well to commit to everything they're doing on the defensive side of the game with pressing and with dropping back. But there is actually something to be said for leaving one or two players forward so that they're always looking over their shoulder, Palace. They're always looking, okay, well, if this goes wrong. And there are a few moments, and I get it, because the end of the first half, and Arsenal want to get through to half-time at 1-0, and sure, that's fine. But there's something to be said for, you know, keeping these players forward, because when Xhaka had the ball at one moment, he had to really look after it till Zinchenko eventually got up to him so that he could play it back and Arsenal could look after the ball again. But if you've got someone there who's just, you know, constantly on the shoulder, maybe hugging the touchline, maybe, yes, defending, covering space, but is ready to just go, there are a lot of teams like players like Marcus Rashford, Heung-min Son, they do it brilliantly, you know, for our rivals. We need to just be a little bit better at just going the other way a lot quicker when the ball, you know, we're 1-0 up. We're 1-0 up. That should open the game for us in theory, but it looks like it's actually closing it and it's suffocating us in our own half in those final 10 minutes of that first half. Hopefully we see a different tempo and Arteta is able to get some coaching in that half-time team talk. All right, guys, we'll go back to the others. I think they're all ready. They're all looking forward to it. Second half coming very, very soon. And yeah, we'll be back at full time. Remember that. We will be taking videos at full time and hearing what you guys think. Come on, Arsenal, get the job done.
Thanks, James. You know what, I was just wondering to myself what that half-time, after watching All or Nothing, who's giving the half-time team talk? Is it the photographer? Is it the kit man? Is it? No. In all seriousness, James is right. Good first half by Arsenal, away from home at Crystal Palace. But towards the end of that second half, it was kind of self-inflicted. A couple of mistakes from Ramsdale, and then all of a sudden, we looked a bit shaky.
Yeah, we started allowing them, well, we started setting off them a lot more. But to be honest, it is an away game. And when you look at the overall first 45 minutes, I'd say Palace had 10 minutes of those. And we would have all taken that coming into the game. I just want some more goals now.
I think if we can get that next, I mean, they always say the next goal is really important. I think it really is really important in this, isn't it? If we can get another goal and go 2-0 up, it'd be very difficult for Palace. Dave Jordan says, yet again, Gabriel Magalhaes causing nervousness in our build. Culprit. Same against Crystal Palace and Newcastle last season. Did you write this?
Hey, Dave, stop being so negative. Stop being so negative, Dave.
He's getting dropped when Tommy Asu comes back.
Now, hold on, Dave. We're winning 1-0. Stop being so negative. What's wrong with you? Dave Jordan, stop it.
All right, here we go to kick off for the second half. It's Gabriel Jesus to kick off for Arsenal. Of course.
Look at the way we're lined up. Look.
Here we go.
Big second
Well,
half.
Ramsdale always
Big
kicks
second
out
half,
wide,
boys. Big second half.
Do this from every one.
Yeah.
Listen, Palace won't sit back.
That's it, Saka. That's it, Saka.
Oh.
That's it, Saka.
Good defending by Palace. So it nearly worked.
I was going to say Palace will take it to us this half. We've
Yeah,
really got to try and
100%,
really got to try and not sit back and let them and invite the pressure on.
But
Don't
Get
invite
that
the
next
pressure
goal,
on.
knock the
It's
stuffing
the
out.
next goal.
It's definitely interesting what James said, because it's almost like the risk and reward. If Saka doesn't come back, then we obviously have an option outlet, but he's doing well when he does come defensively. So it's I understand what people are saying.
Yeah,
but
100%.
It's a risk and reward, because if he didn't come back, then obviously we could have conceded 1 or 2 goals, because he came back in some really good options.
100%. And look, it's going to be
Look how
interesting to see,
running.
see how Arteta actually plans out these last 45 minutes. What changes does he make? When
That's
does he make
good.
changes?
That's the first time that sort of.
But you can see, look,
so
the start's a lot
what was
different.
And you got to remember, Xhaka's on a yellow card.
That's a bit shaky already from Arsenal. Of course, Palace now
hopefully
keeping
they'll have
towards
that
the
platform
Homesdale end where all their fans are.
Yeah.
What the majority of their singing section is, so that will lift them as well. So this is the test now for Arsenal. How do they cope with this in the second half?
I was going to ask all of you, if Arteta was to make a substitution, who do you think should come on?
Well, it's too early to
by the
start
60th
saying
minute.
that,
Depends how the game's gone, isn't it? Like, because obviously you need to go, and Ketia is going to be one of the first.
Yeah, they're targeting Zinchenko here, and he's done well so far, standing off them a bit. No, don't let him get the shot off. Deflected
I bet
shot.
Nketiah's a good one. Nketiah's a good one, especially to make those runs. Yeah.
Palace have started the second half very well. Corner to
allow them
Palace.
to do that. Let's not allow them to do that.
Anderson's being allowed to
dictate a bit too much.
Means that
But this is what, again, it's about that management. Like from last season, what you want to see is always improvements. How are we going to manage the game? Like, I don't want to just sit back for the next 45 or 40 minutes.
And to be fair, that's one thing we
Corner,
improved on last season as well.
Well,
One thing about Arsenal last season is we were good at maintaining games, especially in the last sort of 20-25 minutes. We were good at sort of playing games out, which is something that we haven't seen a lot in sort of previous seasons. So if we can continue that and just manage games out and not be too rash.
So strong, man. He's good.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll say Shaka.
No, that's what we were playing our way, at home. But our way, we were struggling.
Yeah. There we go. Comfortable from Zinchenko.
It's got to be a foul.
So
Got to be a
in
foul.
answer to your question
Thank
about
you.
who's going to go out, I mean, someone made a comment, I think during the halftime, that he's going to push Zinchenko in the middle, right? Because Xhaka is on the yellow, and then bring Tierney on. Well, my reservations with that is we've not seen Zinchenko play in the middle for Arsenal.
I wouldn't risk it.
I don't think that'll take
The time and place is not the time.
That's my major concern about that.
It's not the time to do that.
Xhaka has to manage this.
He has to.
You can't let us stand again, though, man. He just can't.
Free kick
But I think I agree with Robbie. He doesn't want to give a Xhaka that blight. If you get a yellow card, I'm going to take you off. You have to learn to get a yellow card and manage the game out. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to learn to get a yellow card.
You have to be smart.
No, but you need to.
What can we do from this free kick?
Oh, corner in.
Straight through.
Foot race.
Nice one, Shaka.
Well
Saka.
Strong.
Their names up.
Ball in.
That's a great ball. That's a great ball.
That's a great ball.
I'm lucky.
There's Saliba joining the attack now.
We're out of time.
Someone get that.
What are you guys doing?
No, he did well.
Saliba get back. Well done. Good.
Press him.
Well done. Keep going, Jesus. Keep going.
Look at Shaka.
Xhaka pressing.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
He does that sometimes, though.
Just don't foul him, check him, good for me. Just don't foul him. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, Xhaka didn't run him through him, you know what I mean? Just straight through him. 2-footed.
That press resistant centre mid, we need one big time to kind of maybe upgrade on Xhaka, man.
Yeah, 100%. Because it's the same conversation we were having last season, Gunali. It's literally the same conversation again. Trying to watch out for Xhaka, watch out for his tackles. Is he going to get a red card? Is he not? No, we can't keep having this fear.
Oldest player.
I mean, James made a good point earlier, right?
He's got to be able. You can't baby him, man.
Can't. And I mean,
But
we've been babying him.
when you're playing football, you just don't say that I'm going there to go and get a yellow card.
Yeah, but he always gets it, though. He always gets it.
But James made a good point during the halftime talk when he said Xhaka's never gotten, sent off on double yellow.
Well done.
Okay,
so I think that simply means he's actually been
There's
smart.
a first time for everything. You know what I mean? I wouldn't put it past him. I've never seen Xhaka dive either.
So I was trying to hold on to that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was trying to hold on.
That's got to be yellow. That has got to be yellow.
Yeah.
How?
If that had been Xhaka, he would have given a yellow. Of course. That's where I say, because
that
was to stop the attack. That wasn't like an error or something. That was to stop the attack.
That's it. You go 1 month. 1 month, Saka. 1 month.
Mitchell's good.
1 month. He's your boy. He's your boy. Get it! Take a shot one time.
Unlucky.
You said that he was left right, I was surprised about it.
That was his right foot, you see. It's very left foot.
That's all he had there, though. You had to take it.
Yeah.
He should have taken the left foot.
All the other ones.
He's very left-footed. He's only left-footed.
He scored a few last. Yeah, to be fair.
With his right.
Missed quite a few of them last
He scored a few.
7 goals.
With his
Another
right.
midfielder, you know what I mean? Remember, we didn't have any midfielders scoring before.
I think it was our coach.
Set piece coach, man. Come on, give him a pay rise. Come on, let's bang this on it. Let's see it now.
Corner from Saka.
Gabriel.
Good delivery.
Yeah, it was a very good delivery, actually.
Back in.
Someone stop him. Someone stop him. No. Come on. Stop him.
Calm down.
Why are we letting him get away?
Oh my God.
That's it. Come on now.
This is.
They've got back in numbers, though.
Better to stop it at the source.
Ben White, easy ball, Ben White.
No, he lost it.
Why? You tried to outrun him. Plays that close.
Oh, here's a chance for them.
Nice save! God bless him!
Oh, they should have scored,
God
really.
bless you, Ramsdale.
Oh, this is dangerous.
They're looking very
Out!
It's like they come desperate.
two.
He hit straight out Ramsdale, didn't he?
The ball strike.
He had too much time.
Ball strike.
We've got carved open. Carved open on the counter attack.
That's another.
Although it was a good save, but Eze should have scored that. I mean,
Yeah, he should have scored that. That ball through was disgusting.
Gave the ball away.
It's a wicked ball.
I think he made himself big, and that affected him.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, if we had stopped the ball at source, then you don't become desperate when you're defending.
Exactly.
That's the why I was saying. Like,
Yeah, but Ben
stop
White
it.
was on the left.
No. I'm agreeing with you. But I'm saying if we had defended, it would stop that attack, do those tactical fouls, which you.
Look,
you learn.
he's over there. He's on the left.
He was trying to
Then it goes through on the.
Look that's it.
That's his position.
That is Ben White. That is Ben White's
poor shot.
Well, the guy wasn't aware of Eze actually.
that was
Guys, see, this is one of the things that we have
No,
to
the fault is ours.
not do, because if that's
They also on the counter attack.
Nice.
Martinelli.
Use him.
Nice.
Man.
Ref!
Stop the attack, man.
Hometown
Is
thing.
this ref beefing Gabriel or something? I don't get it. This is second time.
Counter attack again now. Look, we're looking a bit more open now.
Nah, we should ricochet.
Oh, he's done him.
Thank you.
Saliba again, eh?
And the son of your father, Saliba. Nice one.
Interesting.
Saliba, man. Never thought I'd see the day Saliba would be the main our saviour.
I told you.
That's what.
Ben White did well the first time.
Can't give a penalty for that.
That's what's a pen.
Even Zaha went appealing.
Nice.
He's always in the right position.
No, I must agree with you.
Bro, I've watched this guy, bro. I'm telling you. I'm not trying rubbish.
You can't get into the French national team if you're not.
I need him to sign a
He
contract.
will be.
I
He
need
will
him
be.
to sign
He
a
will be.
contract.
Trust me. He
I
will
know
be.
this, man. That low move, it helps him a lot, man. It helps him so much.
But let's hope he signs the contract, because otherwise
Yeah, he's not.
we've helped another club.
Yeah.
So.
Keep us ball.
But no,
Give it to Zinchenko.
Take your
Take
time.
time.
But guys, to make a point, against tougher teams, those sort of chances, it's 1-1. Do you understand?
But this is what I'm talking about. Like,
we've got to be able to stick to our positions there. Because as Kaz said, that was poor positioning from Ben White. He lost the ball, he's on the other side of the pitch. 1-2 chances, open up the play. Can't have that.
We're gonna make mistakes, though. We are gonna make mistakes. And as much as I get what you're saying, we're against better opposition. Let's just deal with the opposition right now.
That's right. You want it from the first now. That's what we deal with. Yeah.
Nice.
Give it to him in the middle. That's what I'm talking about, Zinchenko. That's a pass.
the ball.
Come on, boy.
Unlucky.
Good defending.
I think that's great pattern to play, though. Great.
Nice one, Shaka.
Come back.
That's a
Look at
good ball.
Gabriel on the left.
Bruv, you can't touch this guy. You can't touch him sometimes, man. The way he cuts in.
What are you talking about, Gabriel?
Mm.
Yeah, he's clean.
It's impossible to get
clean.
close to him, bro.
He's clean. His first touch is
Because
always
he's unorthodox, bro.
Yeah.
As a defender, you
I'd hate to mark him,
when to hand it
bro.
over.
You got him on.
Thank you. Yep. Odegaard, bang this.
But this is
in,
what I'm
man.
saying. Now we need to now again get a goal. We need a goal.
Odegaard.
Yeah, Odegaard.
He's the only one we've got. Who else should we take it?
This is a good battle.
No free kick. No yellow card for him, right?
Odegaard, free kick now on the side, man.
Really?
I guess not a yellow card.
Yeah, because that's a left-footed
Next
position.
one.
It's more clumsy.
Do you think Saka should be taken? Saka's never scored any.
It's more clumsy than deliberate. Sorry.
Odegaard has
Yeah,
gone close
but
and scored at least.
we can't help that though. That's his fault. That's not our fault. That still should be like.
yellow
It's a totting up.
card.
Of course it is. It's a totting up. How many chances?
They ain't had a yellow yet.
Of course not.
If not, he's got to test the keeper. but I
How
don't
many
think
chances do you have to get?
That's too far.
We
out.
had one.
Have a goal, man. Just have a goal for me. Actually, maybe
It's
not.
Yeah,
far
I
out.
would have said just to dip it in there.
Just gonna
Dip it in
have
the
to
back.
Put it in that.
Just a deep ball.
Shaka
proper.
can do this.
I thought it was close.
These are
Over the top of eye.
I think it's the angle as well.
Give
Isn't
it
it?
to Saka. Please. Little catch.
Oh, he went
Unlucky.
He went for it.
That was close, huh? That was close, huh?
Just put a simple
that
ball.
was close.
That was
wasn't
actually
close.
quite. That was decent.
It wasn't
That was
close.
decent.
That was.
My glasses ain't working. Man.
He whipped that one.
The big keeper, that guy. So probably wouldn't make it.
Ball forward.
I'm not keeping what.
Should be heading there.
Whoa. See?
Come on, press them there.
This is where like their lack of quality as well.
Oh, that's a ball.
We need to capitalise off of this, man.
They got that ball from
Keep
nice one.
hold of the ball.
That's it. Simple. Just get in the right positions.
Oh no.
I do feel like we're.
That's a corner.
It's that connector. That connector that I feel like we're almost missing a little. Odegaard just needs to do a little bit more to connect that middle and the attack.
be a bit more
Because Jesus is coming so
Very
deep.
crowded when he's
He's coming, but he's coming so deep. A lot of the time.
Mateta now, isn't it? The bulldozer.
He's going to hold up the play.
He bullied us up last time.
Yeah, he was quite good last time around. I think
you got to stand up to the challenge, though, man.
I think honestly, it's all about that second
Let's
goal.
get another goal, man. Let's get
Yeah,
second
it's all
goal,
about
man.
the second goal.
Let's get the second goal.
Another corner. Saka over the ball. Movement from the Arsenal players. Ball in.
Good delivery.
Good header.
No one at the far post.
Watch thing. Look at him.
Was that?
Keeper, it's fine.
Oh, I just said.
Take your time.
Lick that up.
Yeah, he said, fuck this, let me just get it out.
Might be too much.
That's what you wanted.
Unlucky.
That's what you was.
Partey needs to stand up and he needs to be the first person on the Teta so the defence don't have to be
I was
set.
actually going to say, is it me or is he like, he's physical, but he's not that combative. That's just like,
He's not very agile. Yeah.
Partey, he's physical, but I don't think he's like he's not a fighter. He's not
Yeah,
like,
nice.
Yeah, I get that. He ain't got the aggression.
That's not his game though.
They've taken Edouard off and then Mateta has come onto the pitch for...
And again, this
Palace,
is
and
where
that will be a focal point.
He needs to be that defender where you look. I'm going to be that forceful defender that I want to stand up to the challenge. You know what I mean?
Now he's going to be in a battle because Mateta is a guy that and they will be looking to hit him, early.
He's a presence.
He'll deal with him. He'll deal with him.
The longer the game goes on, it's a chance as well also for Arsenal on the counter.
No.
That's
what?
Supposed to be our fault.
That's our throw, isn't it?
I thought so.
like Patrick Vieira, man. He's smart, man.
What do you guys think of Jesus' game so far?
He's been a bit quiet, hasn't he? So apart from that, what he did in the first half.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's been quiet. I think it's just because of the lofty expectations. I think.
I feel like he's been a bit isolated a little bit.
I still think he's going to score a goal.
There you go, I just joked about him.
Go, Jesus, there you go.
First
Go and finish it.
Passing it! Come on.
You know, Turkish said it. Turkish said it. Turkish said it. He doesn't take the shot. He doesn't take the shot.
That is so bad.
He doesn't take the shot.
You know what? That's worse than Martinelli thing, you know? That's worse.
Finish the ball. Finish it.
That is so
Just
bad.
take it, man. You keep passing the ball every time.
That is so bad.
But why do you think he
That's
plays
offside anyway.
He's not confident.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's not
He's got no
confident.
right foot.
That is so bad.
Odegaard should have hit it straight away.
On his right foot.
He should
He's
have
not
just said,
got
you know
it.
what?
And he
let me
passed
just
it
get
to
out my feet.
Jesus, who was offside.
Let me just get out of my feet
He
early.
banged the ball, man. What are you doing?
That is so
That's
bad.
what I'm saying to you. These 10s, literally, he rhymed with Ozil so much. Ozil was like that. He get the ball.
Who's got the yellow?
Yellow card for Ben White.
That's not good. Ben White on a yellow. The rest of the game up against Zaha.
2 yellow cards this season already in both Arsenal.
Yeah, that's a straight yellow.
It's a yellow. He tried to grab it. Can't do that.
It's too tight.
Because the ball was going.
Now you've got to survive the rest
Where's
of the
the
game.
card?
Can't touch Zaha now. Risky.
I can't believe
But again,
that,
the thing is, this is Odegaard's game. This is Odegaard's game. He doesn't shoot first time.
Everyone's game should be, if you're bloody got the goal in front of you,
take
just
it.
bang it.
Hit the target, man. Just bang that. Why are you...
But Turkish,
Why are you
Odegaard's,
trying to
but
pass?
Odegaard's always looking for a pass. He's always looking for a pass.
No, it wasn't that. So he can't use the right foot.
Come on,
He
boys.
can learn.
But but he just used it. He just used it, Laurie. He just used it and shot with it.
But Laurie, people learn, right? He's a professional. He
Yeah,
can learn.
I
That's
hear
the
you,
point.
but what I'm saying, that is why he's
No,
not
I'm
confident.
not buying that
on
right
right
foot
I
nonsense.
understand
I'm not buying that. I'm
He's
really
not
not buying
confident
that.
on
Looking
that
dangerous
right
now. These lot are getting on.
I'm not buying that. He had a clear
No,
chance.
but we know
He
that
should've banged it.
Palace will get into the. I mean, there's no way that we'll just play 4 9
Yeah,
minutes.
as
And
I
Palace
said,
will not be coming to the game. So
Odegaard needs to learn how
we
to
just
shoot.
have to make sure that the boys are not.
That's not even a case of learning how to shoot. Because
That's poor.
all you got to do is get it on target. in that
Decision making,
situation.
shoot. What are you passing for there?
That is so poor.
I'll take him as a
I hear
pulling
what
his ear.
Laurie. I hear what Laurie's saying.
He's
Right?
not confident on
Corner
that
to
right
Palace.
foot.
Let's see what happens
Yeah,
from
he's
this
not.
corner.
Let's defend it.
Corner to Palace, another one.
Let's get it out.
It's a deep one. They
Get it
a header
out.
on
The
it,
guys did the
big
same
line.
thing.
Oh my God. That could have went.
He's offside. He's offside. He's offside. He's offside.
They're trying to do the
It's a
same
real
corner.
mix up.
Yeah,
They tried to do the same thing we did. Actually.
You know, I notice it is for us. It's the second ball.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It needs to be. I think Partey needs to be on Mateta to allow the defenders to get that second ball.
Offside.
Yeah, he's offside.
Was it Gabriel or Palace?
Nearly an own goal. Nearly an own goal by Gabriel.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Imagine Gabriel scores an own goal.
I'm admiring the
Guna Lee's going to be living.
Oh, you know, he got pushed in the back as well
Yeah,
when
he
he went
did,
and
he
kicked
did.
that. To be
You
fair
have
to
to
him.
read your assessment.
Need to man mark. Need to man mark
He's a
better.
fantastic
Oh, what a
defender.
touch.
What a touch by Martin, isn't it?
Nice.
Come on now!
Nice. And again.
Come on!
And again.
Give him in the middle.
Yeah, that's the right pass, man.
That's the right pass.
Come on,
That's the right pass.
That's
Go on.
lovely. That's lovely.
Come on now, end product.
Unlucky.
That's the perfect pass.
No foul.
They have tall fullbacks.
On him. Don't let him get out. Don't just let him get out so easily.
You have time.
I feel like Saka's been really, really isolated in this game. You know,
But you know what though? He's the only one where if you look, there's no transitional play with him. There's
Yeah.
no it's literally he's hugging the white
He's hugging the
width,
ball, yeah.
where all the others they're kind of moving around.
Yeah.
There's no interplay
Yeah,
with
because
him.
usually he gets the ball, cuts in.
Look, he's the one they're always trying to
Right,
find.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Take
saying.
Oh,
it.
look, where's the run?
Take it. He's your brother.
Oh, he's not running, bruv. He's too flat.
We lost that shape of it.
Erdegaard, man, this is it's not been the best performance overall. I'd say.
This is what maybe you have to think about. Maybe Smith Rowe.
Get Vieira.
Vieira. I mean,
They're not going to take him
Yeah,
off.
come on now. Go on, boys. 60
Why
minutes
not?
in. 60 minutes in
Yeah,
now.
but-
When do we start looking for substitutions?
That's good.
You know, but you know that's not going to happen.
Exactly, that's what I mean. We need to.
What would you change?
I would.
I would take off personally. I would either put on Smith Rowe or on Ketia.
Smith Rowe's he's injured.
Well, you got Pepe there. I'm so just
He's injured, man. Vieira is injured as well.
Ketia could be good, yeah.
Pepe could be. I mean,
He's not going to trust Pepe in a game like that.
Stop now.
Not first game of the season.
He's not going to
Yeah,
defend.
but he's not going to do it.
He's not going to
It's not
defend.
even worth
Too
mentioning.
fast paced for Pepe.
Yeah, it's not a Pepe game.
Yeah, it's too
You
fast
think
paced.
he's going to come into this game and battle? Pepe, come on, Belgium, man. Come on, you got
well, you never know.
You gotta be serious.
Well, listen,
Nah,
they had
yeah,
a good preseason.
Bro, Belgium, man, you got to be
Did he have a good
serious.
preseason?
Yeah. Well,
Yellow
he's
card
been
for
training with
Klein.
the team. He had a good preseason.
Belgium, you're
yeah.
predicting us to win the Premier League and you're talking about bringing Pepe in a
Why
game
not?
like this. Come on, man.
He's a good player. He's a good player. Why not? Why not? Also, you mean that he hasn't got the ability to do that?
Bro, there's no, he's not
Not
got
in
the
the
fight.
battling game.
He's not got the fight.
I'm with you. Not in the battling game. This is a battle now.
Too fast paced for him.
This is a battle now.
You think he's going to track back? He ain't going to track back. He ain't going to put the work
But the
in.
thing is that, well, so at what stage will you be bringing Pepe there? Is that when,
Good point.
when we playing against Villa or other teams and it's 10 minutes or 3 minutes to the end and all of you expect him to do something?
No, but what they're saying,
Who's he coming on for?
Exactly, bro.
Who's he coming on for?
Who's he coming on for?
Well, if other guys, well, he had the
So other guys should play where then? So where's he going to play? Where's he going to play?
He's been having a bad game.
So hold on. So you expect Pepe to be the creator in this game?
Well, Pepe can play as a forward. Yes.
Come on,
Yeah,
Belgium.
but where in the forward? Is it as a...
Guys, boys, listen, look. It's not the right game for him. It's not the right game
That's
for
what I'm
him.
saying. Forward.
It's too fast paced and it's too physical for him, and he's not going to battle.
I think Belgium, you have to hold this L, man.
So I agree with Guna Lee. I think
Hold it.
the only
Just
player I
hold
can realistically coming on is Nketiah.
Hold it, bro.
Nketiah is the only player realistically because he's a runner. He can get him behind to sort of tie centre back. He's the only player I can see coming
But
on.
I don't think I'm
they'll
changing
not
it.
be playing out
Yeah,
from the
70
back.
minutes.
They have to be playing those long balls.
I don't think
because
the
when
change is
Keita
needed.
comes on, it will be like a progressive striker. So they have to be
But
playing the long balls.
just
Showing
go-
good fitness.
Going back to when we was
they have
talking
to be playing
about
the long
Gabriel Jesus in terms of even with that chance of Odegaard, what he done in terms of hassling Mark
Yeah.
Gay. Do you know what I mean? Those are the little things.
The intangibles that you can't measure on the pitch. You
yeah.
can't measure that.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, he's not going to take Odegaard off. He's captain of the team, and you're not going to. I just don't see it.
Good point, Laurie. It's a good point.
Odegaard hasn't been playing that bad anyway.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't.
He's not been. Yeah, he's not been.
Well done.
Tried too much.
He hasn't.
I think they're going to
He hasn't been
battle.
well. I would. I just.
But we haven't got up there on the bench that we all want instead of him.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
really, like, if Vieira was on the bench or Emil was on the bench, then I'd get it. I'm probably looking at Sambi for Xhaka at some point.
Yeah, Sambi for Xhaka.
I don't trust Lukonga, man. I don't
know.
Well, I don't trust Xhaka either.
I don't trust Lukonga, man.
So who will you trust then?
It's my opinion, Belgium.
I think Lokonga in that.
Yeah,
I think Lokonga in that
a great
position.
header.
Oh no.
Good block party.
Thomas
The issue I have with
We're so
Lukonga
deep, though. We're so
is he
deep.
shows so much
Yeah,
experience when he
they're
plays.
right on top of us.
I was going to say that's a good point, Guna Lee, because I think we're
Show
very,
not
very
fight,
deep
yeah.
at the moment. Very deep.
No foul.
We've got to show a lot of fighting, you know, because they're
Yeah.
really on top of us.
We need to transition a little bit now, because if we stay like this, what I don't want to happen is we just sit back for the last 25 minutes and let them run and invite pressure on.
But I don't think we're sitting
It
back.
never
I
does.
think they're forcing us back.
Yeah.
I think this is where.
That's the difference.
Well done,
right?
Odegaard.
Yeah.
Don't give it away. Well
Well
done.
done.
Don't be silly. Don't be silly.
Again,
that was it.
why?
Good tackle.
I think these guys are pressing us so high up the pitch now that we can't even give our passes out.
No way is that foul. No way is that foul.
Oh, referee!
That's not a foul.
Oh, what's wrong with this guy?
That's not a foul.
The Barclays Premier League is truly back.
Exactly. Yeah, Robbie's back talking about referees.
What's wrong with that?
What's that?
It's truly back.
That is definitely the crowd's influence in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Zaha as well, man.
And you know when this came? You know where this all came from? The Ramsdale kick up. All of that impetus that you gave them, it came from there.
Right, come on, Arsenal. Let's see some. Got to show some fight in this game, man. We all spoke about this before the start of the game. Keep
us ball. Keep us ball. That's it. That's it.
We all spoke about this at the start of the game. The atmosphere there, how tough a game.
Yep.
This is it. This is that tough period.
Yeah, Crystal Palace is no easy game, not for sure. But at the end of the day, everyone before was talking about a statement. I wouldn't say that this has been a statement performance.
I think a win will be a statement because it'll be a
No. We were talking about the performance.
Yeah, it's not
a marker down for everyone else. This doesn't show anything.
In certain periods of the game, we
No,
have.
it will.
I disagree. It shows our ability to get results when we're not playing at our best.
I disagree. I think this would.
That's right.
Jacko says Kwame looks like Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney thing going on again.
It's still going on about.
And KSI.
You need to understand something, right?
There's no way that City will go there and just smash them off. No chance.
Well, City didn't go there and get a
And
result.
Liverpool struggled there, so
It's a tough place.
Yeah, and
So
it's the first game.
I think a result would be.
This is the first game.
Close him down.
I think I told you guys at the start of the stream that you're not going to get many chances against Palace away. So if we can maintain a 1-0 result, even a 2-0 result, and get 3 points, it shows a lot. It is a statement at the end of the day. It's not the best performance.
I feel another chance will come for us.
It's not the best Arsenal performance I've seen, but it shows something.
You know, our midfielders not getting hold of the game.
Yeah.
I feel another chance will come for Arsenal. That's good defending.
Still on the guard. Go on, transition.
There's no one. Just the 12.
That's a foul.
How is that not a foul? But the other one was. What was the other one? Why is it when it's us, it's not a foul?
The crowd.
How does that work?
That is so
The crowd's got him.
How does that work?
The Premier League is truly bad.
Crowd's
That
got
is
him.
so bad.
Crowd's got him. He's referee.
The exact same chance happened to the opposite team.
Well done, Partey.
Are you gonna blow for that?
You're not even blowing.
No.
Are you gonna blow for that then?
Now is a foul. After the third challenge. The third challenge.
You know what though? What I will say, it's 70th minute now. Arteta needs to start doing something.
I said it.
What would you change?
Do you know what? I would actually bring on 2 subs straight away. I'll bring on. I would actually take Odegaard off, and I'll bring on Nketiah, and I'll take off Xhaka, and I'll bring on Onene.
Honestly, go on, Saka. I wouldn't change nothing. Go on, Saka. Go on.
No, cross it.
At least he was direct. At least he was direct there. At least he was direct.
Just the ball, there was no one else there.
No one else there. He literally had to do that. At least he was direct to it.
Yeah, so what?
But that's what I'm saying. If you bring Nketiah on,
They took it.
you know he's going to be in the box. That's his game.
Was in there.
That's his game.
I think I agree with Nketiah for Odegaard, especially now when he gets second goal. Nketiah can come on
And I'll
make
bring
an odd
Onene
run
on. I'll
here and
bring
there, score a
Onene
goal. Nketiah will change the game.
Can I ask a question?
Odegaard. Odegaard, yeah.
Can I ask a question? If
He's
you
not-
take,
he's-
if you take out Odegaard,
He's not going to take
who's going to be in
Odegaard
the
off.
midfield with
Maybe
the 2
Martinelli,
defensive
maybe
midfielders?
I wouldn't take
I don't get
Odegaard
it.
off.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with
Maybe
Martinelli.
Martinelli, and that's only if he's tired. I wouldn't change nothing.
He's not going to take Odegaard off.
Yeah, for me, I don't think that's the right move.
He's the captain. Odegaard's not coming off the
It's not about being the problem, it's about the role they're playing.
Odegaard. That's why you wouldn't take him off yet.
Out.
Them bits there, get him back.
Yeah.
Ooh, ref.
Good pressing.
Take.
Well done, Saliba.
Get it down now.
This is like the battling game, man.
Keep us ball, keep us ball.
Ramsey, Ramsey.
Because he's on the right as well.
Soft.
20 minutes to go.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Pressing you guys button.
He's not soft, man. He's
Don't dare
top fella.
Soft.
But Palace have done well to isolate Saka and Jesus, to be fair. They sort of identified them as our danger men. They haven't had many
I think
opportunities.
Jesus is going to get a chance for the game finishing, man.
He should have had about 2 if things were done
He
right.
might be the one to come off actually, and bring Eddie on.
No way.
Yeah.
There's no way, Jesus.
No way.
What if he changes
If
that?
there's
It's two strikers.
if there's a player that can get a goal like no way, it's Jesus.
I was going to say Martinelli, but...
Oh, that is great defending. That is great defending. That is the little left nudge. That is great.
Look at that as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Didn't want to hear it.
Listen, can I just say, Thomas Partey's been absolutely phenomenal this game. Controlling it from top to bottom.
It's great defense.
I would say Saliba's been our best player.
Saliba and Partey have been our best players.
You mean the defense?
Maybe Zinchenko.
Last season we had Callum Chambers playing.
That's what I'm saying.
Rob Holding.
Season before that we had Mustafi.
Oh, don't go there. Let's not go back there, man.
Senderos.
Oh my days. Going back to the dark days, man.
Don't hold him.
He's soft.
Got paced out there.
Yeah, paste him.
Oh,
someone there.
Eze.
Who's marking?
Oh, Saliba.
That's good. That's good, White. That's good.
It's a good
Nice
job.
one,
So
reading.
Yeah, literally. Eze was free there.
Come on, where's the sub? Like this can't carry on like this.
Yeah, I think we need
sub Rob. We need sub Rob. Sorry. I know Rob said he wouldn't change nothing, but we need to change something.
No, but I'll see how.
Someone on the, I think someone's running a.
He's calling them over.
Oh, someone's down.
Listen, put on Eddie, man. We need to change.
He's been good. He's been good this
Probably
game.
got a cramp.
He's been good this
That's
game.
what he said.
I would agree. It needs an injection of energy.
Injection of energy, and Eddie's got that. Eddie's got that.
Oh, was it Eddie who cut? Well, I don't know how it worked.
But you know what?
Maybe Sambi in there for Xhaka.
No, I think Eleni will do.
I really don't trust
No.
Sambi. I don't.
No, Eleni will do.
Elijah, big up. It must be my head you're talking about.
Yeah, I prefer Nani.
What did he say?
Nah, more energy. He don't bring the energy.
The problem I have is pushing up.
It's just for anyone to show.
It could be me, bro.
Could be you, or the Baldies.
Oh, the bodies, yeah. Go on, yeah.
What's happening?
Right.
Water break, remember?
My man, Dupouri's.
It's not a water break, I think it's just players got cramp.
Thank you. She sees me like you're not focusing on the game.
Saliba's been great.
No, but the guy went down with cramp, get him off the pitch and keep it moving.
But this is what I was saying though. That was where my worry was, because not only because Saliba's new to the Premier League, but because White isn't that functional right back. That's the weakest point.
Saliba's stats here.
I said he's man of the match. I said that.
Yeah, most clearances in the team, most possession one in the team.
What's his name? White, yeah.
Successful long passes as well.
Second.
He's been our best player.
At the start, but no one wanted to hear.
He's been the best.
Yeah, you said Van Dijk, brother. That's why.
Bro, but he's got that same mold. He reads the game well. He reads the game well. He can play out from the back.
I see what you're trying to say. It's just a bit early to make that, but I see what you're saying.
In terms of the mold,
the traits.
See, look, Palace are making two subs here. See, they're really trying to.
No, they're making one. They're making one. That's the core.
Look,
yeah, go on to that your view. Yeah, that's
they're going to take
It's my view.
No, I agree with him. No.
To drop his view.
What you said there, the traits you're talking about, I see that as well. But obviously, it's early to make that comparison yet. But I see what you're saying, bro.
Very early.
And people are always going to read meaning into what you're saying. They're going to be like, oh yeah, he said this, he said that.
That's fine. Like I said, live by the sword, die by the sword. He's a good defender. At the end of the day, he's a good defender.
Never mind that. Why are we not making any substitutions?
That's what I said, yeah.
And this is why people don't put Arsenal in the top three, because they have the issues with Arteta maybe making the right decision.
I'll be honest with you. Substitution.
Our bench is dead.
I don't know who. The only person I think
there's obvious.
If one of the front three are tired, I'd bring on Nketiah. I don't know who else.
But my thing is, I feel like there's clear and obvious subs to make. I would take off Xhaka, put El Nene on.
Why would you take Xhaka off?
But it's about just shoring up the game now.
Xhaka's
Just
been
do
playing
something
well.
different. Put the energy.
What do you think Elneny will give us? What do you think Elneny
Stability. Don't just change things. No, I disagree with this thing where it's just, it's 75th minute, change it. Change it if it needs changing.
But Robbie, it's not working though.
On the back foot for the
Yeah,
last
it's
20
not
minutes.
working.
That's what I'm saying. The only person I'm thinking is maybe Nketiah.
That's what we're saying. We need an injection of energy and pace.
Robbie, hear what I'm saying though, yeah? If we're going to a more defensive shape right now, because we haven't been attacking this half, clearly you would bring on a more defensive-minded player in Elneny rather than Xhaka.
But then that might send us back to... I wouldn't take Xhaka off.
Yeah, that might set us back, but listen,
I take Xhaka off, and if you bring Elneny on and take off an attacking player, that's going to make us go even deeper.
No, I wouldn't say that. What I'm saying is that in this game, for the last 20 minutes, we've been on the back foot. We need an injection of pace. If we're chasing that second goal, we've got to put on Eddie. If we're chasing to a 1-0 result, maybe put on Elneny. Maybe 80th minute.
It's about being sensible. We're away from home. It's the first game of the season.
Listen, Arteta knows his team.
Let's try and get 3 points.
Yeah, Arteta's got his tactics.
Don't have to do nothing stupid. Exactly. Don't have to go, you know.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Rob, 3 points. 3 points.
Oh, that's a foul. Oh, come on, that's so high. That is very high.
God forbid if they get a 1-1.
The cross.
That's a foul. He pushed him. He pushed him.
Saliba again.
Thank you.
Saliba stood strong
But
there.
the thing is that Xhaka is on a yellow card, and you don't want the situation.
He's done all right so far. What you got to panic
We
for?
never know. We never. The momentum.
Man, you don't want your manager to panic into.
That's not panicking.
It's not panicking. It's
To
being
take Xhaka off.
panicking.
It's being proactive. You don't want to be reactive.
Why do you take Xhaka off?
I think
Because look what we've been doing for the last 40 minutes, Robbie. All we've been doing is defending. So if I'm saying that's all we've been
So
doing,
you take him off to bring on another defender.
bring someone who's more defensive minded. Xhaka,
He's done all right.
Lee, do you not reckon that part of the reason that we've been defending is because we're not getting enough from
yeah, no, but I said bring on 2 subs though. I would have taken off Odegaard and I bring on Nketiah. That's what I would.
Then
Yeah, that's what I
works.
said. Bring
If we're
Nketiah.
chasing,
possibly.
Yeah, if we're chasing second goal, we've got to get an injection.
The one thing Nketiah is going to do is stretch
Bring
the
pace.
pitch.
Yeah.
He's going to stretch.
That's what I said from the beginning. I said if you send Nketiah for one of the attackers,
And then who can be the connector? Jesus. He's been doing it this game anyway, and there's been no one up front.
But bringing in, taking out Odegaard, right, for a striker, what's then going to happen to the midfield? That's the question.
That's what did I just say? I just said Jesus is going to be the connector. That's what I'm saying.
So you're saying Jesus is going to be practically playing as an attacking midfielder?
You said at the start of the game as well. You said that.
But what has Jesus been doing the whole game?
Here we go. Saliba. What?
That's incredible.
No, he's talking about the first one.
What was the
didn't
first one?
touch him.
What was the first
No, I
one?
think it's the way he went in though. The way Partey.
The way he went in.
Yeah, have a look at this. Look at this. That is a foul, bro. Come on, you can't tackle that.
Wait. It's a foul. It's a foul if it connected. It didn't connect.
didn't touch
How
him.
was that a foul?
If somebody does a fly kick,
He didn't touch him when he's played the advantage.
Balls on the other side.
How was that a foul?
You saw the way he went in. Come on, you know that's not.
I'm
right.
telling you now. Listen,
saw
loads
that,
of things can change in this Arsenal team. One thing that will never change is referee.
So, we all support Arsenal, but come on.
Robbie,
The
he didn't
way
touch
he
him.
went, just because he didn't touch him.
Leave it, please. Leave it.
Come on, bro. You can't tackle like that.
He didn't touch him. He didn't touch him, Laurie.
It doesn't matter.
Laurie, you know I said earlier on that this whole
Don't
thing
matter.
is subjective. Some refs will have let that go. That's the truth.
Maybe, but I can see why he blew for that.
And it could have been a dangerous challenge. I
Yeah,
understand.
that's what I'm trying to say. It
guy's
doesn't
been
matter.
playing
People
this
say,
ball
"Oh, he
the
didn't
whole
touch him." It don't matter.
You expect that from me. You don't expect that.
I know, but that's the first time we've actually cut it out. Every other time it's been getting over the top.
Well, I think we need the fresh legs. Seriously, we do. Just kind of.
You could bring Eddie on.
Eddie on, yeah. Eddie has to come on.
We're talking 10 minutes about bringing Eddie on.
Listen,
I can't
as
see
said,
no one
you
warming up.
you signed the contract, yeah. You made him sign. You got to start trusting the players. This is another thing.
Agreed.
You've got 5 subs, and you're telling me you can't make one.
Yeah,
Come on,
Agreed.
Increasing the subs and we can't make
That's incredible. That is, to me, that's incredible.
I think we need to be careful.
And it shows a lack of
This
trust
is-
as well.
This is an away game, you know. We need to be very careful about just making subs.
No, but you got 5
He's
subs.
right, man. Come on, it's obvious. I don't know what these lot. It's obvious.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
You just like, come on.
You have 5 subs,
Yeah.
but there are certain qualities you want from players that are going to come onto the pitch, right?
They go back.
So it all depends on the game plan of the manager, what he really wants from those players. So different people are saying different things, and that's the reason why different managers are going to have different approaches.
Everyone
what I'm
signaled
saying?
Nketiah to come on though. Everybody.
Yeah, but for who? That's the question.
We just set up.
He said he should come on for what's his name, Gabriel.
Nah, Jesus.
That's what Laurie said. So everyone is
Don't
having
take
different
Jesus.
opinions here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
and
you
it's always going to be like
you
that.
can push your opinion to as well forward. You know, we're in the world of opinion.
Crystal Palace to get
I
a
do
lot of
think,
possession.
you could bring Eddie on if you win the ball.
What's that? Look, someone said, look, so inviting a bit of pressure on.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Crystal Palace are happy to oblige.
The one thing we do know.
This guy.
Well done.
Interesting stat, boys. 73% possession to
The last 20 minutes.
27%.
The last 20 minutes, yeah. So we need a fresh legs, man.
They've had 73%. Yeah, they're dominating.
They're dominating us.
Oh.
There we go.
That's a goal kick.
This is the old.
It's not gone yet.
It's not gone out yet. What? Come on, Arsenal.
Great header in there. Xhaka, well done.
Is that Saliba?
No, Xhaka. It was Xhaka.
This started to feel like this.
Yeah, it's
On the
nervous.
racks, man.
It's nervousness.
Alamo business.
Look, ultimately, guys, all that matters is 3 points at the end, innit? And if we,
Nah,
we
you
can
can't
manage
talk that both sides of your mouth. You can't say that you want to put a landmarker down and then afterwards it's like, oh, like it's just free.
Right now, we just need to win the game.
Yeah, we need to win the game. That's what I'm saying.
Talk about landmarks.
You know what I mean? We're not at that time, Goodly, bro.
Win the first
It's not
game.
that performance, bro. It's
Yeah,
not
that
Win the first game.
must win. It's must win.
Because these are the games that we crumble.
But we need the fresh leg. Don't talk to me.
Penalty.
We're gonna see a yellow card for a dive.
Yeah, go and check it. It's either a foul or a dive. Which one is it?
He looked like he was going to blow there for a minute. Didn't he?
Well, come on, what we doing?
I mean, check.
Unsure, yeah.
Is it your VAR?
He looked like he was going to blow.
There's a sub. I can see a sub coming on.
There's the ball again.
Oh.
It's stretching us like that.
It's going off. It's going off. It's going off.
White's positioning's been, I don't know.
No, White's been. Do you know what? White's been good. You know, he's been a lot better than what I thought. White's been
He's contained Zaha well. He's contained Zaha well.
Ah, so come on, where's Rife? So where's the yellow card for that then?
So where's the card for that? So where's the card for that?
Wait.
That's second time.
Oh, he got yellow. He got yellow. I think he got yellow.
Where's the
Where's
yellow?
it? There's no yellow.
Tierney, there you go.
That's second time.
Tierney and Eddie.
Listen, Eddie was always coming on.
Zinchenko's looking tired.
You know what? I think Tierney's a good shot.
Yeah, Tierney's looking.
Zinchenko's tired.
Zinchenko's looking tired.
So do you agree with us now? Me and what Lee was saying.
Tierney's had 30 minutes.
I say that we need a fresh leg. I
But this is
I
where
couldn't
he clearly
understand
wants
people
Tierney
that
to play
didn't
though.
see it.
Because it's a 5 subs, so there's no point.
Yeah,
You know,
I think Tierney's a better one-to-one defender, though.
I say that. I say that. we
Oh,
need
it's
a fresh
Gabriel.
leg.
Oh, Gabriel Jesus.
Like for like.
I told him, man.
No, but not only that.
You know it is. Fair play, Lonnie.
No, but I mean, I couldn't see why you lot couldn't see this. Trust me. He was crying out for subs. I'm actually astonished that
I
you
thought he
didn't
might
see
bring him on for Gabriel. For Gabriel Martinelli. I thought he might bring him on for him.
it. Just needed some.
Come on, Eddie, man.
That's it already. Look at Eddie. That's it.
Go on.
Oh my.
Be honest, why didn't they book him for that dive though? I don't understand it.
Everyone on
This sounded like time.
It's the Premier League.
No, but it's
Honestly, Lonnie, why didn't they
no,
book
but
him
Laurie,
for
there's
that
no
dive?
consistency.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, there
you
is.
can book him on for you can't not book him when he's done exactly the same.
There are
thing.
consistencies.
I don't mean
There
to be
are so
tired, but
many
where's the card?
inconsistencies. That's what it is. The consistency.
They're consistently inconsistent. Yeah.
Bullshit, man.
When it comes to Arsenal. Any other team they'll make
It's
this
just,
decision.
you know what it is? You've got to have fair rules. You've got to have fairness in it. It's not fair.
Come on, listen. Can we get one more attack?
Can we hold on?
See, but I think you know what it is. Here we go.
Partey, you need to get back there, brother. You need to get back there. You need to win that. Well
Well
done.
Well done, Partey.
Oh,
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
oh, that's good.
See, look at that passing. Go on, Tierney. First touch of the ball.
A little bit of relief, man. That's what I'm
It's
saying.
good to see Tierney back.
Yeah, Tierney back. Yeah, and it shows that Arteta still believes in him. You know what I mean?
That's it. That's it.
Goalkeeper easy though.
Get the ball up. Nothing wrong with that. Get the ball up the pitch.
Yeah.
Oh, well played.
It's all about game management.
No, that's fine. Keep going. Lovely.
See, the
Lovely.
subs are having an impact already.
Lovely.
Injection of pace. Injection of pace.
Take him and score.
End the game.
Oh!
Let's go, man! Wait! I said put on Nketiah. I said put on Nketiah. You said it, brother. Hey, listen, Robbie said don't change nothing. Robbie said don't change nothing.
I was then saying bring on him.
Yeah,
Didn't know you say that.
Why are you back
And you know what? You could argue you brought the subs on at the right time.
Own goal.
That's an own goal, actually.
Own goal. It's own goal.
Yeah, but it was a
Take that.
Bringing man come on. That's when the energy switch back.
Soak it up. That's what you gotta do, man.
No, but
Soak it up.
what we're saying is, you shouldn't have to wait so long.
Chill out, man, because now you can argue. You can argue.
Look at Ty.
Is that Ty there?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Look, he's at the front.
Yes, Ty!
Ty's getting squashed up.
Yes, Ty! Big up.
But listen, Listen, you can argue that he's made the sub at the right time.
Yeah, he has.
Because he's come on and they've done, you know what I mean?
Robbie,
You can, he's brought the subs on at the time and they scored.
I agree, Robbie.
Right, so...
At one point the players was...
No, but you were saying...
I should have made it.
Robbie, you were saying...
I was saying I would bring on...
I
was saying I'd bring on Eddie.
I don't see the subs
No. But Robbie, you did.
No, you could see the energy change,
no, but
bro.
you can't.
Seriously.
I said I'll bring on Eddie.
One moment. That's all that's happened since.
But that's what you do away from home, man. Go on, Eddie.
You're right.
No, it's fine.
Go on, finish that, finish!
Where's their right foot? Where are these men's right foot? What's going on here?
Alexander B says, rival fans crying, no more losers. This will be a big result.
Look.
That ball.
This is what you should shoot.
You're right.
No, listen, I'm telling you now.
I'm sick and touch.
Boys, can I just say, I'm telling you guys now, those two substitutions, right, and this is what I said earlier, I think what me and Goonlee said, putting on two fresh players,
exactly.
it changes from a defensive game to an offensive game.
At the right time, is that Lee Judges?
No, it's Livs at the front. Look, you can see.
Oh, Livs, yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah,
I don't know how you guys see these things, man.
Go on!
And literally, I think this is the important.
That's what you do. Listen, let me tell you something. Away from home, this is what you do. You soak up. So when you go to a place like this, you're gonna have to. What they say, you're gonna have to suffer.
You see a clean sheet.
I tell you what.
And when you suffer,
big result at Palace.
They only really had one clear chance. It was the Eze one, isn't it? When you look and think.
The header as well.
And the header, that was a good save.
No, Robbie, they were well on top.
No, I'm in the second half.
They were well on top.
In the second half. No, we've suffered, Laurie. But that's how you got to do away from home. When you come to a place like Crystal Palace,
that's the thing. And
with their atmosphere, with the way they play, you're going to suffer.
You were saying that.
How do you deal with it? But what we normally do. I can tell you what. Hold on.
But you go off percentages.
I can tell you what we normally do. Yeah, we crumble.
No, but you go off percentages.
That's what we did last year.
Hold on, Robbie. You go off percentages. So the percentage of them scoring a goal would have been a lot higher. The way they were playing, the way it was set up. If we had made a sub a bit earlier, I think we would have relieved that pressure.
Subs come at the right time. But what I'm saying is this, right? What I'm saying is this: in these type of games away from home, that's what we didn't do in Brentford last year. When they came on top of us, remember that Brentford game? We started all right. Remember?
Yeah.
But two things can be true.
As soon as they put it on us, bro, we couldn't handle it. Today we've hacked it.
For me, I think two things can be true. I think the subs could have been made earlier, but we still created something from the subs. Like that. That's
Ashoi says had the same pressure last year.
Listen, I hear what Robbie's saying, but
Ashoi says,
back you.
1 second. Ashoi said we had the same pressure last year, lost 3-0. This year we've won 2-0.
No, but the whole personnel was different. We had another 8
That's why, because we got better players, right? And we able to soak up and deal with.
But it was their poor misses. That's the reason why that we
won in the second half. They've had a lot of the ball.
Two. They've had two.
They've had one clear-cut chance.
No, you're like Robbie. They had the one from Edward, and they had one from Eze.
Yeah, but you're gonna listen. Do you know watch football over the weekend? You're gonna watch every game over the weekend. And you're going to see even top teams sometimes suffer. That's how you deal with it.
Yeah, and Robbie,
we've dealt with it.
And guys, can I say as well?
Hit the ref.
He's done that about 3 times today. Got in the way.
Yeah, so referee in the bloody way. No, he's got to drop the ball.
Drop ball or
can I just say as well, guys? I think ultimately substitutions have to come, and the manager knows when to make the best substitutions.
He made it at the right time.
And ultimately, the point still stands that making subs is very important in the back end of the game, especially when you're on the back foot.
Yeah, but Argy made it at the right time. He's made the subs and we scored.
Whether it's the right time or it is.
Yeah. So
but I agree with Gunali. If he made it 10 minutes earlier,
you would have relieved. You could have probably relieved.
Maybe, but you don't know.
No, but I think you would have relieved that pressure.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But at the moment, when he's made the subs, it's done the business. So he could argue, I did it at the right time.
Because it's all worked out for a minute.
But Robbie, do you know what? I tell you, it takes long in taking players off, and that's the.
Why can't we just talk about the positives? We're 2-0 up.
Positives, we were 2-0. Exactly, we're winning. These men are miserable, man.
Palace.
These men are miserable.
Last season we got
stuffed 3-0, bodied.
Gas, man.
You can't say this is a fluke.
It's not a fluke.
It's been a problem.
We were the better team in the first half. We managed the second half.
We soaked up the pressure.
Managed.
It's not always going to be pretty. It's not always going to be nice. But flipping out, man. Let's just take the 2-0.
Get him. same time, you can look a broader view because I'm talking about talking about winning the league. You're not going to win the league like this. That's what I'm talking.
3 points.
You win the league with 3 points.
You win the league with 3 points, yeah.
Lee, can I say something?
Definition of must win.
Let's not talk about a league, man. Please. Let's be realistic,
realize
boys.
something, right? This same team, right? Yeah, they couldn't. I mean, Man City couldn't beat them last season. They couldn't even score a goal against them.
They beat Tottenham at home, they beat us at home.
You
You know what I mean?
I said it at the start. Palace away. Listen, Palace away is a tough game.
It's a serious game, bro.
It's
What was the last time Arsenal actually?
Anyways, keep a clean sheet now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Keep a clean sheet.
I've said it. It's a tough stadium to come to.
Oh, that's a good cross.
You're not going to get many.
Brilliant defended.
That's Tony.
Tierney, brilliant, because that was a great cross.
3 minutes into this, 91st minute?
Yeah, couple minutes.
2 minutes.
Come on, boys.
Clean sheet, man.
You know Rambo.
I think Jack has been excellent.
Yeah,
by the way.
Rambo's going to be screaming in the change room.
When you consider that yellow card,
It's
he's
true.
done well.
Since the yellow card, he's been solid.
And I think Ben White's been excellent as well.
Saliba
When you
man of the
mark his-
match.
Who's you guys man of the match?
Saliba's been brilliant.
Saliba's got to be man
Yeah,
of the match.
Saliba's been brilliant.
Saliba.
I'll ask you a man in the match at the end of the game.
I always get it wrong.
My Ghana boy passing a fantastic game.
He is everywhere. Mario.
Telling you,
What do you mean?
That's him again.
No need to ramp around.
Sky have given
This
it
will
to
be
William
season.
Saliba. They just gave it to Saliba, their man of the match.
Sambi Lukonga coming on.
His first
Odegaard.
Premier League debut, he gets man of the match. Why is this guy still getting the captain's on?
Alex B says, moment of silence for the people who come on AFTV to banter us. Might not be an option this season.
That's what I'm saying.
Definitely.
It's not going to be like this
And
season.
TB says, my night is good. Saw Black Moses in the crowd, slow motion. He's on that time. Fantastic. That was brilliant seeing Ty in this.
Well, just a minute to go. So.
Sambi Lukonga coming on, winding down the clock now. Martin Odegaard coming off. I have to say the fitness of Arsenal has been very good in this game. You know what I mean? Because they've had it put on them in the second half.
And I said it, Robbie, at the start as well. If we can keep our players fit this season, if we get consistency with our fitness, and
I don't think he's going to touch the ball.
yeah, it's going to help us a lot.
About 30 seconds left.
Doesn't matter.
But you know what it is. You know what it is. Listen. It's not been the best performance, but we've grinded.
I think
We've played well.
It's been a good away.
We've been the better teams. We've been the better team. No. We've been the boys. We've been the better team.
Win, and that's it. That's what we do.
Yeah, I know. Listen, we've been the better team, but we haven't created a lot of chances. And
Let's get a third. Let's get a third, man. Goal difference. Go on, Sambi.
Foul.
I think he's a lot better in that
So
midfield position.
following my vibes now.
Yeah.
So we can challenge for the league.
Time up, man.
Well, at the moment, we're top of the table, isn't it?
We can challenge for the league.
Well, we are top of the table right now.
There's a lot of
And we'll be top of the league, Belgium.
Yes.
Like that guy said, if it finishes now, we're top of the league.
there's a lot of rival fans who are sad right now because this is not what they wanted. They wanted to see us lose.
The setup, remember they set us up with this game for the first game of the season.
I think Palace would have beat 70% of the teams in
100%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We caught
They
them at
can-
that time
they
because
can-
they're not fit. They're not 100%.
Listen, they
This
can
is a
get
very
top
good-
8.
Well done, Eddie. Great.
Look,
The game is over. 2-0 to the Arsenal. Don't forget, guys, today we're going to be doing a full-time show coming up very shortly where you guys get a chance to tell us what you made of the performance. But it is a massive win. Remember, last year, same scenario, first game of the season, Friday night, Arsenal away at Brentford. We lost that game.
Yep.
And then we went on to lose the next two after that, and, you know, but we are off to a great start. This pre-season's been good, and we got the job done, Turkish. 2-0 to the Arsenal.
Listen, that's it. 3 points. Could have done with a better performance, but we've still got a couple good games coming up in the next few weeks. Build on it now. Like you said, last year we built on a loss and we carried on losing. This year we started with a win. Let's carry on winning now. That's what it's about.
Man in the match for you?
Saliba.
Souls.
Listen, great performance. I've literally lost my voice of how much I've been chatting, but literally, you couldn't ask for a better start. I think we've come out strong, we've played well, we've controlled the game. Listen, it hasn't been the most fluid, most amazing Arsenal performance, but ultimately, all that matters is 3 points. And we've got 3 points. We've made a statement to the league now. We're not here to play games, and if we are going to give that top 4, these are the games that we should be winning.
Man in the match?
Saliba.
Saliba. Tom, what do you make of it?
Great start to the season.
He's lost his voice. No, his voice is gone.
It's that celebration from that second goal. No, it's been great. Obviously, man of the match to Saliba. All us Arsenal fans wanted to see him. Now the Premier League has seen him. You know what I mean? And it's a challenge for him. Crystal Palace away, tough challenge to start off,
Yeah.
and you got man of the match, you know what I mean? Boom.
Brilliant. Kwame?
Yeah, good performance. I've been impressed with a few individual characters. We mentioned them already. Saliba, for me as a centre back, to watch him, I know he's good, and a lot of people have seen it as well. And hopefully we'll see a lot more of him in the starting lineup, and he'll build that partnership with Gabriel and that relationship with Ramsdale. But in terms of the result, 3 points away from home, that is not easy at Crystal Palace. I'm telling you that now. A lot of people are going to struggle at this place. So I'm just glad that we managed to get our 3 points, and it's a great start to the season.
Yeah, Cass?
Yeah, I just don't think people realise how difficult opposition Crystal Palace are.
Palace away, yeah.
And also, I don't think we had a test like this in pre-season.
No.
They're a big, athletic, physical team. Like, Vieira's got them moulded well. And yeah, Saliba, man of the match, is the outstanding candidate.
Yeah. Laurie?
Yeah, I agree with pretty much everything everyone said there. Excellent result, very good performance, win away from home against a good team, clean sheet, man of the match, William van Dijk.
Don't start that. I could just see Guna Lee go like, oh no. Taddy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, look, it's always a tough place to go, and you know, we haven't won in we've only won 1 in 8 games, and you know, this is a step in the right direction.
2 in 9 now.
So 2 in 9 now, exactly. So it's a step in the right direction. I would have loved Jesus to score, to keep that scoring streak going from the pre-season, but I think it will come. And generally, I'm really happy about what I'm saying.
If only you'd have scored that goal in the first half.
Exactly. But it is what it is at the end of the day, you know. So I'm happy.
Belgium?
Yeah.
Gonna win the league?
Yes, like I told you, challenge for the league, man. Do you know what? Arsenal up and running, fantastic 3 points. Palace made us to work hard. You know, obviously second half we were dropping, and that's why I could see Lee, I could see Laurie too. I was asking for the fresh leg in. So, well, we were meant to manage the game, but at one point we were falling short. But eventually, we ended up scoring the second goal, which killed off the game, and I said, big shout to the boys, and my Partey is man of the match for me.
You are so biased, man. You know what I mean? I have to say, he had a great game, Partey. I thought he had a great game.
He was solid.
Yeah. Guna Lee.
Listen, everyone said everything that I'm going to agree with, so listen, on to the next game, man, and just move like that.
Hold on, wait a minute. Give us some, give us some thoughts on the game, man. You're miserable.
No, man. Like,
Jesus Christ, give us some thoughts on the game.
For me, as I said, everyone keeps going off this whole, we did this in the pre-season, we did that in the pre-season. Before, I just expected a better performance.
But I think the pre-season, especially the fitness of the team, you saw it there today. I mean, that must be a tough place to go to.
Listen, all I want to leave it as is, everyone's going to say that I'm saying this and saying that. I feel like the reason why we're not consistently picked to finish in the top 4 is because of the manager. And I just feel like, for me, yes, we won 2-0, but I would have made subs a bit earlier. And look, I'm nitpicking.
You are nitpicking.
Yeah, look, I'm nitpicking.
You made the subs and
I'm nitpicking, but listen, it's right. Listen, I just want to say what it is. I feel like the subs should have been made a bit earlier. And as I said, the performance I feel would have been better if we made the subs earlier. That's all it is.
They could have been earlier and it could have worked. Yeah.
Okay. Could have, should have, would have. But he did it at that time, and we got the result. So I'll go with the manager. Right? Man of the match.
Do you know what? Saliba, man. I feel like a lot of people were looking for Saliba to make a mistake, and he didn't make any mistake. He was saving people's bacon in that game at that time. So yeah, big up to Saliba, man.
Right, let me give you some stats around the game. Crystal Palace had 56% of the possession to Arsenal's 44%. Palace had 10 shots. Arsenal had 10 shots. Palace had 2 shots on target. Arsenal had 2 shots on target. 3 corners for Palace, 5 for Arsenal. 16 fouls for Palace, 11 for Arsenal. Just shows you how physical the game is, but it's all on the result. 2-0 to the Arsenal. My man of the match, I'm going to give it to Saliba as well. I'll tell you what, I've got to give a shout for Ben White. I thought he had an outstanding game. Remember who he's up against.
And he's on the
Zaha. You've got to be real. Zaha had a quiet game. He didn't really, when you think about it, we know that when he gets on the ball, we're all scared immediately. But think about it. What did he really do in the game? And that was Ben White. And even though there was that one moment he got on the yellow card, and I'm thinking, oh my God, now you're going to have him running at you. But he marshalled him brilliantly. So I think I'll go Saliba, but only just because I think Ben White had an outstanding game, and you said Partey as well. excellent. It was some very good performances. And where I do think it's a little bit of it's not the statement in what you wanted, Lee. Like we go out and smash a team 3-0, obliterate them, right? But then on the other hand, it's a little bit of a statement in that we didn't crumble. Normally we see Arsenal go to them type of grounds. We've seen it last year. The heat gets put on, like what Palace did, and we just fall apart. Like we did at Newcastle, like we did at Palace last season, like we did at Tottenham.
And it's an away game as well, which is tough.
Yeah,
right?
today, you know, rode our luck when Eze missed that chance, but apart from that, was solid. So well done to the Arsenal. Great start, and we're top of the league. Big up, it's Louis. He said Zinchenko is like fine wine. Love from New Zealand. What time is it in New Zealand right now? Big up yourself. Listen, I want to just remind everybody, if you want to do the fantasy football team, click the link in the description for Spitch. You can join our AFTV league. We're up and running, right? So make sure you do that. The link is in the description as well. They give you £50 of credit as well for Spitch. And also, coming up very shortly, in roughly about 10 minutes time, we're going to be doing our full-time show. That's a chance for you guys to let us know what you thought of the game. Send us in. You can see the number on the screen. Record a very short. I know sometimes you guys want to go on like 2-3 minutes. Those ones won't get chosen. You've got to keep it short. Let us know what you thought about the game. We love hearing from you. It was a pleasure to meet some of the guys that contribute. We met Harvey when he was over in Florida, who contributes regularly. It was brilliant to meet him. So listen, we want to hear from you guys. We're up and running, guys. 2-0 to the Arsenal. Right? And also look out right now as I speak. Cecil is down there at Selhurst Park speaking to fans. Lee Judges is down there. Ty, all those guys are down there. I'm sure they're going to be really, really happy. So make sure you check out those interviews. We're going to be talking to the guys here as well. So make sure you check it out. But thank you very much for watching this stream. Thank you very much to all the guys for coming in as well, to the production team. 2-0 to the Arsenal. It's going to be a great weekend. It's going to be a breeze, mate. Thank you. Are you a fantasy football expert? Well, then it's time to prove it. If you think you've got what it takes, then sign up to Spitch and take me on this weekend for a chance to win a signed shirt by Jack Wilshere. Unlike other fantasy leagues, on Spitch, you can play individual match days and create your different 11 every week. It's not just goals and assists that count towards your score either. Every action, including a pass or tackle, records points in real time. Click the link to join our head-to-head league and take me on for a chance to win. Bring it on.